Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. We're here tonight with an Extremis, our Sky Pirate campaign. um, our crew on their Sky Pirate ship, the Tempest, has long since departed, at least a couple weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks. Simhazy Isles. On route to Staffney Island, where Captain Liazana hopes to maybe uncover some information, the Order of Spectors. And the whole crew has another mission or two, mainly from Allie Nor Sunray, who's commissioned them to follow up on some possible intel on some of this ancient technology that perhaps has been discovered or uncovered. We will see. It's been an interesting couple of weeks so far. Some of the crew is training in different areas. And as the recap said, I won't beat it to death since the recap does such a good job. Their lovely dragon has been shifting itself into different forms and trying to learn and mimic some speech. And at the very end of last session, shifted into the form of Bo, Zia's little angel on her shoulder. And when everyone paused a minute and trying to figure out what's going on. I think we cut it right there. So let's jump right back in, and we'll pick it up from there. It was a lunch, I think, and Bo, our dragon, shifted into Bo, is tipping his hat, and and everybody, whoo. What would y'all like to do?
Carmine, what is that? Who is that?
Whoo! Fans itself with a hat.
Brila just kind of looks around at like everyone. Like, is this? Where did
we ever meet someone that looked like that? I would have remembered that.
Maybe it was someone that they saw on the giant on the cloud giant's place.
That could be it.
Yeah.
No, but let's see. He was with you the whole time, and I was with you the whole time.
Well, sure. I mean, but
I didn't see anyone of that nature.
Could have been a passerby.
Yeah, maybe it was just someone we just didn't see.
No, he's done impressions of everybody that's in his immediate surroundings. Like,
we don't know that.
I mean, look at all the people he's gone through.
But we don't know everyone he's seen, especially since we just came from a city.
He's only done me, you, Brelith, Liazana, Zia, Vic, Kip, me. Who's that?
I have no idea who that is.
I mean, think about it. Look at his repertoire of people he's been through.
I mean, I still think that it's someone he probably just saw somewhere on the Cloud Giant Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Relith on this.
I don't.
Well, that's your call.
Because that mimicry, you have to be around these people. I'm a performer, an actor, and when you absorb, observe your study, you have to be around them quite a bit to pick up on their mannerisms.
Okay, yeah.
Did you guys see any street performers while you were there?
Besides me,
I don't think that I
did. And giants.
I mean,
there were giant performers in the park.
It's really cute though. Carmine, good job. A very cute little Elijah, kind of like, pat the head,
Kind of creature has one wing.
I don't know, half angel, half devil?
It could be a fake wing too.
Why would you fake only one wing?
Wings look cool, right? I mean,
it's not very functional.
It's not functional or efficient.
Well, I mean,
that's why it's
just for
probably
looks,
not a natural thing. Yeah, it's probably not a natural thing.
No.
Okay, good job, Carmine. Good job.
Woo!
Right when he does that, he Sinister, detect magic around the room. So you see his eyes kind of rave.
Bling!
That's a raven.
Nice. It's, that's awesome. Yeah, things, just the normal magic items, I think, that are on your persons. Woo!
Did you see anything?
Who is this Carmine?
Woo!
Yeah, Carmine, golly gee, who
Brilla's
in the
going
heck
to,
in
like-
ton is this personage?
You'll see Brilith like narrowing her, like as she's like concentrating really hard, looking at Carmine, like thinking in her head, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Who is anyone really? Like,
But she
you
doesn't
know,
say it out loud. You just see her just like staring at.
Carmine sort of, in this form, leans in towards you. Ooh.
Brilith will laugh.
All right, I'm gonna call Charles.
He's so cute.
Charles.
Charles.
Is that what Rhodey looks like?
No, Charles drew a picture of
Oh.
Rhodey, and he looks like a chubby halfling with the bowler hat.
What's a bowler hat?
It's
a
a
bowler
rounded
hat?
gentleman's
Oh,
hat.
okay. All
How
right.
does one get an incorporeal bowler hat? Do you get a normal bowler hat and then make it incorporeal?
He wants to
or
look stylish.
was he
I don't
born
understand.
with the incorporeal bowler hat?
I don't
Or the
understand the style
biological
choicings.
I want
of
an imperial bowler
unseen
hat.
servants.
person?
I wouldn't have personally picked a bowler hat, but he picked it for himself.
Sure.
Picked it?
I guess
So,
I
like,
didn't.
when you're born, it's just like you pick a hat and you're stuck with it for like the rest of your incorporeal
That'd be
existence.
cool. I wouldn't like that.
I don't know how this works.
Is
Well, I
it
guess
just-
nobody
that's-
can really see you. I guess it's really not that big of a deal.
Right.
Charles comes up.
Yeah.
Hey, yes. What's
Look
up?
at Carmine.
Oh, that's. I like the little hat. That's cool.
Have you ever seen this person?
Is that actual size?
I don't know. Is it?
I haven't seen anyone like that.
not even with the wing?
Are they hurt?
I mean, because you could see you could see Rhodey.
Yes.
Okay, this isn't Rhodey, right?
No, Rhodey has that cool hat and very,
Yes.
very put together.
Mm-hmm. But you've never seen this person.
No, should I know them?
I don't know. Maybe
Carmine had to have seen somebody in the city. There's no other explanation because Carmine has only been in the egg and on the ship. And
he
then-
hasn't
Yeah.
imitated anyone else except for people on the ship he's come in contact with.
Not anything I know.
And he's already gone through all of us, so maybe he's thinking of other people.
Yeah.
I look at Zia a little funny. And then I look at Ashavar too. I know two other people with invisible hosts that they communicate with.
Oh.
If this isn't Charlie, and it isn't anyone on the ship,
Then who's driving the boat?
Nice. Kip gets up and heads upstairs. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that? Are you saying? Oh yeah, Zia, don't you talk to? Don't you have someone, right? That you
and Ashavar
talk to?
as well.
I mean, okay, well, I mean, Vic and I are close. But we're not that close.
Charles,
This isn't about Vic. This is about. Don't you talk to something like? I thought you talked to something before. No.
Ashavar
I
will
thought she was
probably
just.
jump
I thought she
in.
was just talking to herself. Like,
Ashavar.
Yeah. Well, that's not. I don't really see my, the entity that I speak with. They sort of exist in a neighboring realm, and just mentally speak to me. I
Does
don't
this
know.
seem
if
like
that's,
the vibe? The vibe. The vibe.
No, I mean all it's doing is just saying woo. Maybe when Carmine's able to speak a little better, or if Carmine ever communicates better, but I don't know, the woo with the hat seems like an entertainer. Like it does seem like something, designed
Yes.
to be showy, right?
Does seem like a lot. Yeah.
Do you
Well,
have any
maybe.
other unseen servants, sister?
Oh.
No, my sister does, but his name is Kevin.
Kevin, that's an interesting name.
Wait, your sister's name is Kevin?
No, my sister's unseen servant's name is
Oh.
Kevin.
Oh.
Her name is
Okay.
Finestra.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty.
Cool.
Hmm.
You won't say that if you meet her.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's
Noted.
fine. I mean, she's your sister, so I'm sure that she's lovely, just like you are. Sinister.
She's overrated.
Well, I mean, we already know
Oh.
about my potential sister sucking, so I think we're on a very, collaborative effort of sisterly dislike.
I have some kind of unruly sisters too. I understand. But I think everyone is lovely in a certain way,
I mean,
yeah.
my sister is potentially threatening to destroy the universe.
Right, but I'm sure in
But
some
in a
capacity.
certain light, maybe the universe does kind of suck.
Does it?
Well, I mean, you're the one who's telling me to look on the bright side. That's the only thing I can see.
The bright side is that the universe sucks.
Well, I think that's the only way that I can interpret my sister's actions in a way that aren't horribly evil.
Does the universe really suck? I think it seems okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
That could be better.
Well, on that note, what a lovely lunch.
Oh.
I think, that it might be just a good old time to get in some training. So
Yes, the Guardian slams fist on the table. Ha! I thought
Uh,
you'd never say.
Guardian, you want to go back at it?
I'm ready. You.
Yeah.
Nice. And Carmine will shift once again into one of the Cloud Giants miniature form, but Cloud Giant just sort of lumbering about.
Oh, see?
I think that proves my point. Yeah,
It's not-
there it is.
It's not. Oh my gosh!
That's a cloud
it's,
giant.
Sinister, look! It's not one of the people in the ship. It's a cloud giant now.
Had to be somebody that
I
Carmine
think
saw.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
you're right, Cassius. I think we're both right. I think
Yeah.
it was someone.
I send
that
a message
saw-
to Carmine. I don't know what your game is, little dude, but I'm going to be watching you.
He kind of looks at you with the Cloud Giant, and just kind of nods to you, and then nods to Cassius, and kind of nods around the table at people.
Oh, you're so cute. She's going to just scritch it.
Nods to you. Good little Cloud Giant bun hair.
It's such a good job.
Aw.
Oh, neat.
Well, there are plenty of mysteries we just haven't solved, and somehow we've been able to just carry on. I'm sure this will resolve itself at some time, just like the mysterious bunker in the bottom of the ship, the ancient celestial runes that we can't translate, that thing that we couldn't do at that one place, and that other thing that we couldn't do at that other place.
Can I roll an
I'm
insight
sure it will
check?
resolve itself in good time,
I just
What is there to
something feels off.
resolve? He's just doing impersonations.
I don't know.
Those
I feel
people
like
really
the
see it.
universe has a way of delivering us answers. And I think eventually we'll probably just end back up at the Cloud Giant City and see the performer.
Well, I hope. Anyways.
Fate works in mysterious ways.
I'm very confused, but okay.
I think at that point, Zia and Guardian would.
Guardian's getting
potentially
antsy.
take their leave.
Yeah. Oh, yes, and they'll go up the stairs. So you two will be able to engage in some more practice rounds of combat and such. Let's see. We have 2 weeks done. Is there anything over this next week or so, about a week, another week's travel here, the next week anyway, that anyone would like to tackle as far as anything with a crew or anything with one another?
I think I would like to try and maybe get with Cassius about these mushrooms to probably weaponize them.
Oh.
Weaponized mushrooms? Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about the poison ones. Okay.
Yeah, the poison ones.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't know. We
The
could probably
poisoned ones
yeah, I was
that
gonna say, we could probably saute them and put them with some vegetables.
Oh, he would have been did that like day one. But and then I guess learn more stuff around the ship.
Okay.
Jack of all trades style.
Excellent. All right. Anything for Cassius in particular?
I think so. I think Cassius at this point, having pretty like intimate knowledge of the ship, is actually gonna like try and spend time with like the crewmates like individually, so he can get like have like a little better like interpersonal like relationships with everyone on board.
Nice. Okay.
How very
Awesome.
persona of you.
Fun game.
Excellent. Yeah, you're definitely able to get a little more insight, a little more history too from some of the nothing that's huge or anything, but sort of family and some basic events that they've gone through, maybe with things that brought them to that ship, the initial ship, the Condor, I think it was, that you all initially departed on. Oh, feels like so long ago now. And yeah, and build that bond. Okay. Liazana, anything over the next week? There's plenty of travel time ahead, but in fact, it's a several month journey. But yeah, anything over this next week?
I mean, right now she's just maybe training a little bit, maybe conversing with the crew quite a bit, developing those friendships and just talking to everybody like she was. Not really anything in particular besides that.
Okay. Nice. All right. Zia, anything for you over the next week?
I think it would be interesting if we have time to maybe probe, not in that way, but to kind of talk to Vic a little bit about, his sort of Josh, because we don't know much about him, his family, his life, how he came to learn an ancient memory ritual, and things of that. No, Liazana, no.
I mean, that's pretty much what you said. So.
You're talking to the wrong crew if you're gonna use Oh, that's
Definitely
awesome.
I'm just imagining the old elementary school chants. Zia wants a probe there.
Nice.
What middle school did you go to?
A fun one, it sounds like it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
don't clip that, whoever.
Too late. It's already
It
there.
sounds so bad out of context.
It really does. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me check with Breelith to see what she has, and just in case it overlaps at all, and then we'll jump back and have some Vic time.
Well, Breelith is not probing Vic. That's for sure. Actually, because I think the first 2 or 3 weeks or so that we did last time, that I said that she went around and was helping people with anything they needed help with, blah blah.
Yeah.
How long did you say this was for? A week?
Just the next week. Yep.
Breelith is staying pretty much to herself, which is weird.
Okay.
So she'll be staying kind of spending time with the dragon. And probably just kind of keeping to the dragon, and not really, she'd probably still try to kind of help with navigating the ship.
Okay.
Still a bit. But in between that, she's probably just not really staying in her room, but just kind of keeping to herself, probably more than usual.
Okay. It's just being sort of introspective.
Yes.
Probing her own inner parts.
Yes. Dan. Sure.
Sorry, I had to build that bridge over that. My bad.
We all got it sometimes,
Yes,
So.
yes, this is facts. Let's all right. So, yeah, let's jump back then. Zia, you find maybe after, when would you like to chat with Vic? After a sparring match or while preparing food? Or
Yeah, I think it would be, you know, where it's been a real intense training match, and you know, we're just hanging out afterwards,
Mhm.
and he's like, hey, so
Oh,
you know, that such a good match, good punches,
oh, hey,
other than the ones that you missed. That
he's
sucked.
rubbing his jaw as you got a good elbow to it. Hey.
So, wow, it's so funny that you bring up that ancient memory ritual that you were talking about. Haha.
Oh, right.
You know, yeah. So, you think maybe like, I don't know if it'd be cool if you could teach me how to, you know, do it. I think that'd be kind of rad.
Right. I see. Well, that's one of the few things that I have from my parents, like you say, and I'd like to. I just need to spend a wee bit of time considering it.
No rush. I mean, also
Ugh.
like, wait. Oh, okay. Because you talked about it being like, kind of like a cultural thing. You
Aye.
never mentioned it was specifically from your parents. So like, this isn't something that is more common. It's just like very.
I think that it's from my clan, but you know, I don't even know my I don't even know him. This is I was just left with the bundle of things before I was found by the parents that raised me, started to raise me. It's supposedly something that's sort of like a family secret recipe, right? Something just
Okay.
in the clan. But I mean, I do sort of feel, you know, I mean, you're sort of like my clan. So I think that I just, you know, if I just have some time to sort that out, I think we can make that work.
You know, Vic, that means so much. I've never had a clan before. But maybe I should get to learn more about your clan, you know, because this seems something that's so important to you, and I don't want to disgrace that legacy or anything like that.
You'd be willing to do that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Right. Well, perhaps after our next training session, if I'm still conscious. And he rubs his jaw again. Then I can tell you about the Dawn Callers.
That would be great.
Oh,
Well,
sorry,
I'm
that's his.
assuming there's like a big handshake or something. And...
Awesome. And you see, look at this big grin, ear to ear. Very excited to share some of that.
Hey.
All right, neat.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, sweet. It's underway. Let's see what else would happen here. I think that now, Liazana, of course, you have Kip and Ash. You know, formed a bit of a tight friend group with you, the three of you. And again, if as long as you're okay with that. you're of course forming bonds with everyone, but this is like a stronger friendship between those two. You have your inside jokes. They've shared, some personal bits over drinks or over, watch duty and other things that you've been there to, assist with. Despite being a captain, I know that you've repeatedly, made sure you're doing the labor too, as Cassius does as well, like there to do the work with them and everything. Um, so yeah, the two of them have you for drinks one night, and it's just the three of you in the galley late at night, and Kip is sitting down at the table with you. There's I don't know if would you be drinking with them at all, or would you just be like relaxing and chatting?
Maybe have like a drink that I'm casually sipping. Like I'm not trying to drink a whole lot.
Gotcha. They have wine out tonight anyway. It's a nice sipping wine. No one's
Yeah,
guzzling anything.
she'll probably have some wine. Yeah.
Okay. Ash is up in the kitchen rummaging for food, and and Kip's just catching up. Hey, Captain. So it sounds like this is certainly more adventure than I was expecting when I set out on the Condor. I want you to know I and the rest of the crew we're excited to be here under your command. You and Cassius do such a fine job, and the whole crew. The lot of you have just been fantastic to us, and I didn't think adventure would call to me quite this way, but rather excited about it after everything with Ali back there and such. Signing up. Are you?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I definitely wasn't expecting this much of an adventure.
Oh, I that first time that crazy demon thing jumped on our ship, I was about scared out of my pants. But I mean, you're all so capable. This is and here we are. We were on a cloud chained island.
That's been crazy for sure.
Hey. And now we have ice cream here. Oh, Ash, the ice cream. She shouts back. And grab some. This ancient technology sounds interesting. Now, you had been asking about Staffney Island before that. Is there anything that we could do to support whatever it is that you need there? And Ash pulls up a seat with bowls of ice cream for everyone.
She'll take the bowl of ice cream and take a pretty big mouthful.
Nice. It's your favorite flavor because Ash knows.
Oh. She'll kind of eat on that for a second, think about it. She'll say, well, I really don't like pulling other people into my business.
Oh, hush, Ash says. Pulling other people, we're here leaping into it. There's nothing pulling doing here. Look,
It's more of a matter of convenience.
Oh, all right. Well, if you find it convenient to use us or allow us to help you in any other way, you just let us know, all right? We're here for you, girl.
No, I do appreciate that. I just don't want to see anybody else get hurt.
Oh, I like to think that we could take care of ourselves. And if not, there's, all you.
Well, I appreciate it. I've really enjoyed our friendship. I really like having y'all around and talking to y'all. It makes the days go by a lot faster.
Ooh, these long trips. This is the most fun I've had for quite some time, I have to say. And this ice cream, I mean, could you just ask for anything sweeter than this? Aside from Prison
so
Company.
Good. It's so good. She's like munch it down on it.
Nice. So now I don't mean to pry none. I mean maybe a little, but I noticed that you and Breathe, of course, were thick as thieves when I first came forward here, and I feel like just recently there's just been a bit of a just something there in between to you. Everything all right?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll be okay.
He looks at Kip and back at you. Kip's like, you haven't convinced either of us. That was the least convincing I've ever heard in my life.
Takes a sip of her wine, keeps gnawing on the on the ice cream.
Well, you can't talk to us. Who can you talk to? We're not going to judge you here.
No, I don't know.
Ash turns Skip. I think it's, I don't know if you noticed. He looks at you and back to Kip. The way that Breelith may have been looking at our new gracious benefactor. Now, I don't mean to put you in an uncomfortable position, Liam, but if it has anything to do with that, just know that we'll understand here.
No, I just think I did something really stupid and I don't want to.
Oh.
I'm just afraid to mention anything or even bring it up.
Oh. Well, if it's making you, I mean, frankly, you just seem sort of, I wouldn't go as far as saying miserable, but during the day you just look so downtrodden. Well, I'll just say this. If there's anyone on this ship that will happily listen to you and just hear you out and have a very kind, thought-out response, it'll be Breelith. Right? I can't imagine anything that you would share with her where she'd be affronted or otherwise upset by. I mean, I've seen her upset, but maybe just once or twice. I'll tell you, one of the times she was most upset was when you were hurt there, and don't forget, she was throwing herself over you to, as the story goes. Throwing herself over you to keep you safe. I think that just saying there. I think that that safety rope underneath you there is mighty strong. If you made a mistake, I'm sure talking about it will work out.
I don't know. Anytime I try talking to her, it's hard.
Yeah, that's when you got strong feelings, there's sometimes some strong conflicts like that. Makes things a little more difficult. But for tonight, there is ice cream and our wine as much as we want. Seems they stocked up quite a bit here. Our last stop, so
yeah, this stuff's really good.
All right. Well, you know that if there is anything you need to talk to, you just come to us, all right? Here, listen.
I will. Thank y'all. I do appreciate it.
Of course. And the evening goes on and topic shifts and stuff. I'm gonna say maybe on the fourth night or so. It's a shift where you all are able to rest. There's, this part of the sky, Kip has said that there's relatively not much traffic here. There's nothing that intersects, no regular routes, so it's a safer week and a half or so of journeying. So Vic is out there on patrol tonight, and Wisp. Everyone else is able to get a good solid night's rest. But I would like everyone to make, as you're sleeping, a perception check with advantage, because it's kind of it'll be kind of easy to perceive this.
Thank goodness it was with advantage.
Oh no.
15 for Breelith.
Oh, okay. The DC's pretty
Cassius got a 21.
okay.
Zia got a 23.
Woo! Sinister? Oh,
Natural 20 for a 23.
Ooh.
nice. All right, and Liazana.
Sorry, I forgot
Nope.
to pull out my dice.
You're fine.
That is a 21.
Okay. All right.
And this is night, so I would add double advantage anyway. Right?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Oh, excuse me. Oh, here we go. All right. Just make sure that I've got this at a decent volume so I'm not blowing out our viewers' ears. Okay, viewers, let me know if that's crazy town loud or anything, please. Sometimes the audio I hear and the audio you hear is very different at different volume levels. Okay, so everyone snaps awake at the sound of a huge crack. Sounds like the ship has been split in two, is the kind of sound you're hearing.
Dan, I wouldn't have been asleep. I would have been awake.
Ah, okay, perfect. you hear the same thing, but it then rolls into the long roll of thunder. You're like right at a huge thunderstorm, and thunder and lightning have cracked really loud, and they're billowing around you. So there's this huge crack of thunder. And then these big, heavy rumbling and rolling sounds of thunder that persist on for 8 or 10 seconds after each crack. Wind is battering the ship, whistling through the doors and rattling some floorboards, and even the sconces, the light sconces on the wall have a little rattle to them from all the wind from the storm. Okay. And it's just sort of not out of nowhere. It's been, up on ship. Vic and Wisp have been on duty, and so they know that it's a storm. But it's a bit alarming. Anyone want to do anything, or want to just head back to sleep?
I would be up, and I think Sinister would be intrigued. I'm quite sure there's not too much weather patterns down in the Underdark, so he's just like, so that's what thunder is. This is stupid. And then he's gonna go back to playing music.
Nice.
Cassius is worried, so he's actually gonna get up and put his clothes on and go check various areas of the ship just to make sure everything's okay.
All right.
He is going to get up and run to Cassius's room and see he's not there, run around the ship to try to find him, and just barely miss him every single time he's making a stop.
Nice. It goes around the corner, you come out and look around. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Hi.
He's also going to check on Wisp and Vic to see if they're all right.
Okay. So I've got Zia and Cassius at least at some point go up on the upper deck. I'm sorry.
I'm already up there.
You're up there, Sinister? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't see thunder or storms very often, so he's probably just looking at it
Nice.
And then he's probably playing this is pretty metal.
Nice. Awesome. And I'm sorry, Breelith and Liazana?
I think Breelith's going to kind of what's the dragon doing? Is the dragon asleep?
It's asleep.
Yeah, she's gonna go out to the deck, and just kind of because she's really, if anyone sees her, she's actually looks excited. And she's going to she'll just go up to the top deck and just lay down on the deck where the rain's hitting her and the thunderstorm
Okay.
and just like looking up at it, and she just has a huge smile on her face.
Nice. Liazana?
She's not really like frightened at all. She's used to it, but she would still go out and make sure that things were okay. And I think when she finds that several people are up on the upper deck, she'd probably go up there to check on everybody.
Okay. Well, as each of you heads up to the upper deck, here is what you find. You are in the middle of a thunderstorm, not above, not below, or beside. You're in the middle of it. So it's just darkness everywhere. The only light comes from little lanterns, oil lanterns that are hung around in the lower decks, of course, and up here in the outer deck. They're just fighting, almost like they're fighting against the darkness and the rain. The rain itself is actually a soft, kind of like a spitting rain. It's not heavily driven currently, but it's there, a bit on the warm side for rain. And every so often, when the lightning and thunder crack, billowing sections of cloud all around you, like they dance across up above or underneath and roll under or beside, and you can only see maybe, even when that lights up, about 25 feet out, and that's where the cloud, the density gets too thick, and it's just, you're looking at cloud. You're watching it sort of part around the ship as you move along.
Yes.
Sinister thinks I'd probably look cool with wet hair and this stuff going on. Bam, bam, bam.
And Sinister does in fact look pretty cool with the wet hair.
Yes.
The drops of water.
And if I notice some people, I'll put some dancing lights out, even though I could probably see pretty well.
Okay, neat. It does. It helps illuminate the deck. So yeah, searching about here and there, perfect.
Boop, boop, boop.
Let's see. All right, so I'll say, let me jump into Liazana. Liazana, you approach. You see, Sinister rocking out, with a heavy metal music. Cassius sort of, making sure things are going smoothly out here, and maybe 15, 18 feet away, Breelith just laid out on the deck, enjoying the...
She has her stick glowing beside her. Yeah, she's just lying there, like arms outstretched, and just, yeah.
Anything you want to do, Liazana?
Sometimes I can't take it.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. How long has it been since we left?
About 2.5 weeks, closing in on the end of the 3rd week.
She's going to slowly approach Breelith.
Okay.
But what she's going to do is she's going to kind of be off to the side of her, and she's going to sit down cross-legged and just like sit there and let the rain hit her, as she would normally do, like as she used to do. So
Would Breelith see her in the darkness, Dan? How far
Yeah.
can we see
Wait,
around
do you have
us?
dark vision? I always forget.
I
Breelith?
put dancing
Yeah.
lights out.
Oh yeah, there's dancing
around.
lights out. and-
Okay, all
Yep.
right. Yeah, so if Breelith sees her, she would definitely turn over and just kind of prop. Liazana, hey, isn't this great? Just she's completely soaked.
yeah, Liazana's hair is in her normal braid, but it's definitely soaked.
Mm-hmm. I
She's
haven't
just
seen a storm like this in, gosh, a while. I know it's weird to kind of like storms, but I do.
I like him too.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but they actually were more peaceful for me back in
Interesting.
my home.
Yeah. That's cool. I guess for me, I liked it because it wasn't peaceful. You know, I mean, we always had stuff going on in the house, and it was loud, and with my brothers and sisters. But just seemed so chaotic that when you have like planned days and things, like it was nice to kind of experience something like chaotic like that.
Yeah. Anytime it rained for us, no matter how crazy it was, we would always step outside and kind of join together as a collective people and just basically praise the rain, but just sit there and also just kind of enjoy it.
Aw. Yeah, I had a brother that liked storms as well, so we go outside and just kind of do this, kind of lay down the grass and just kind of enjoy it,
Yeah.
That sounds like a good memory for you, the going outside and in the rain.
Yeah. It was better times, for sure.
Better
Also
times.
helped a lot with our crops, so that was good.
Better times than when? Now?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go check on other stuff. I'll see you later.
Okay.
And she's gonna like step up and she's gonna slowly like walk away.
Liazana,
Yes?
how are you doing? You doing okay?
Yeah. I think I'm okay.
Okay. See you later. She'll just kind of
Bye.
look back down a little bit slowly and just kind of like stare up.
Okay. Or do you leave, Liazana?
Yeah, she's probably gonna go back down to the where did she go? Yeah, she's probably gonna go back to her room.
Parting through the rain, down into the darkness of the decks below. Liazana steps away.
Before she
Okay.
turns, she just hears in her head, vengeance.
Nice.
You'll see her kind of like very like if you're paying attention, she like ever so slightly pauses before keep walking.
Okay. All right. All right. Woo. Well, and so as everyone, celebrates or otherwise, enjoys the storm. Liazana, as you cross the threshold, you begin walking down the steps. Make a quick dexterity save for me, Liazana, if you would. Sorry.
Okay then. Oh wait.
Will you trip on the broken pieces of heart? No, just kidding.
Well, I'm surprised my dex is not my highest save.
Oh,
16 total.
okay. So the ship itself lurches, and you step forward, and you woo, down 3 steps, but you land and catch yourself safely. And for everyone else, it's a bit of a shuffle. Brila, if you roll a little bit.
Brila laughs.
Nice. But then it shudders again. The ship begins to shudder and slow. And you can feel it just as though the arcane engine, the hum dissipates. And while remaining aloft, it slows down. You stop.
Oh no. Brila gets up.
Wait, what?
Cassius is gonna haul ass to the engine room
Nice.
to see
Well,
if
wait.
there's
I'm gonna-
anything wrong down there.
Was
Like,
it
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
excited?
follow him. I'm gonna follow
Yeah.
Cassius in case I can assist somehow.
Okay.
Was there like a little bit of a lurch? Or
Yeah,
did it just
it's
kind
lurched,
of...
stuttered, and then doof, disengaged and came to a
Yeah,
stop.
he is gonna haul ass to the engine room.
Ah, okay.
Zia definitely probably slipped on the rainy
Oh,
surface and
nice.
probably pooped right
Oh.
into it.
Awesome. Okay. I was gonna try and okay. Like that would be the moment Vic would be there. But I don't want to pump that up too much on you.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
now, not now.
Yeah.
Cassius is checking the engine room is far more important.
Nice.
Logistically.
All right, so Cassius, you fire down the stairs. Sinister in pursuit. Liazana, you're there. As
Yeah,
Cassius comes running down, are you going to?
I'd follow them.
Okay.
I'd go with them.
Okay. So the three of you hustle down to the engine room, and now Cassius, you're very familiar with this now. Sinister, you've been studying this on and off with some other things in the ship, so you have a rough idea. And Liazana, of course, as captain, you've been given like a basic rundown of this. It's disengaged. You don't see anything. There's nothing smoking. There's nothing that looks damaged. It just seems to have disengaged, and it's idling to keep you aloft, but it doesn't seem to be engaging in any of the parts that engages for forward thrust or maneuverability or anything else. It's just keeping you aloft. You don't spot anything damaged here. There are
when
the
I
two...
do detect magic, do I notice? Like,
either you
maybe,
notice there's less magic from the arcane
Right.
crystals. They're fastened on either side of exterior of the ship, on either side.
so I would notice it's less.
Can Cassius is gonna ask the people that are there. Can one of you guys get Ash and Wisp, please? We're gonna need them down here for this because I don't like. I've never
I
seen
would
this happen.
I would send a message to them.
Okay.
Yeah, however you got to do it.
All right, you
Yes.
fire out a message, and not long after, Wisp would arrive second. Ash is there first. She is, was woken up by the storm too, and feels the ship. She's already on the way. She comes in running in, like pulling on, her robe and tying it off. What's wrong?
It seems to be idling right now.
There's
and
less
there's
magic.
Less magical energy. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And she starts checking some gauges and the pipe work and other pieces to this. I'm gonna have to check the arcane crystals. I'm gonna need someone to fast me. I've got to go down on the outside of the ship.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
with you. I'll go with you.
All right.
I have levitate. I could.
I would very much welcome that, please, as well. And maybe we can get Zia or Vic or Guardian or just some other measures just to make sure I don't go anywhere other than...
Sinister, could you send a message out?
Yes.
Nice. Zia, Vic, and Guardian all get the message. Please come help. Help on the upper deck. Ash heads up there. Not panicked, but just in figure this out mode. This isn't good mode. And are you following Cassius and Liazana and Sinister as she goes up to the upper deck to check the crystals?
Okay. I'm gonna
Cassius
cast
actually gonna stay down. He's gonna stay downstairs.
Okay.
I will
if
cast
there's something
levitate
going on.
to bring her back up from the rope.
Okay,
When
nice.
she's lowered down. I'll bring her
Okay.
back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Cassius is gonna monitor any changes in the engine if she messes around with the arcane crystals.
okay. Nice.
I think Liazana's gonna stay with Cassius.
Okay.
Make sure he
So-
doesn't need any help or something.
I guess I will be on. I guess I'll lower. I'm not gonna lower her down. I'm gonna.
Vic will show up. Zia, are you showing up to help lower Ash down?
After regaining full consciousness,
Nice.
like, I got it. I got the message, and then head down, probably a little slower than Vic.
Oh, nice.
It's a second.
You find Ash tying her body off with a rope, like a harness, and she's on the upper deck, looking down, just on either side, basically, of where the captain's quarters are, seated near the rear of the ship, is all the framework, the heavy metal framework that houses these two arcane crystals that effectively float within a field of magic in rings that hang off the outside of the ship on left and right. And so she has tied herself off through the banister and off through some sturdier
Before
things.
she's forward,
Mhm.
I would say we totally have all the faith and belief in you, Ash. And then he's gonna touch her on the shoulders. I inspire you, here forth and forever. Bye.
Well, thank you. Thank you kindly. Whew. All right. If you can lower me, it's all sort of woven through so that, she can be pulled and given slack and brought back in. Vic's there, and of course, see you arrives. The Guardian shows up. Yes. What are we fighting?
We're not fighting anything. We're fighting to regain the ship. We need your help and your strength.
Very well. And sees Thea and Vic. Yes, it's a challenge then. Let's see who can best hold this little one safely. Ash is like, all right. Takes herself off. All right. And her hair is getting wet and kind of sticking to her face and her horns and such. She's tied off, and as everyone out here's clothes are getting wet and a little cool and heavy. The rope is a little slick, but if all three of you are holding it, that's pretty secure. All right, we'll lower me down. I got to go down about 15 feet and out about 10 or 15. So if anything happens, just pull me up safe and sound, please. All right. Climbing up over the rail. Oh, down I go, I guess. And kind of slips off the side, but boom, into the side of the ship a little bit. I'm all right. I'm all right. Lower me, please. And she gets lowered down, dangling off the side of the ship onto some very, it's strong metal framework for these arcane engines, but it's not really wide or easy to stand on. But she kind of grabs onto it. She's done a lot of this work, so she walks across a little catwalk of this framework out to the arcane engines and begins doing some work to inspect the arcane crystals and all of the piping and other things that go into the ship to the engine room and elsewhere. Is there anything anyone wants to do? Is this going to take a little bit of time? Is there anything that anyone wants to do as we're sort of stalled out, lightning cracking through the clouds above and below and all around?
What is the rope secured with? I mean, yes, we're all holding it, but have we tied it to something?
It's woven through the rail, and there's little posts to tie the ships off, at a dock that it's gone through. But there isn't anything that it's tied to behind the three of you, unless you want to do so.
If we could do that, that would be El Primo. But is that possible?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So you look around, you find another one of those posts. There's also some framework behind you on the side of the captain's quarters that you could tie it off to if you wanted it behind you. And you tie it off, cinch it down, and thanks to some of your knot work from working on the condor.
Yeah, and definitely looking over at Cassius and Liazana, like, I did good.
Nice.
And going back to holding.
That's awesome. There's a wound on Cena's head from where she fell. Yeah, I do a knob, growing. Oh my gosh. All right, Breathe. How about you? You've rolled and laughed and such.
Yeah, Brelith, as soon as the ship would have went dead, stopped, she would have set up alert and probably would have spent a few minutes with her staff with the light on it, or that she had cast light on, looking, just kind of looking around. But then I think hearing like I'm sure that it's very silent right now, Dan, correct? Like
Yeah,
very
just this
quiet.
rain and thunder. That's it.
She'd probably like stop at a certain portion on the deck and start praying to Sehanin Moonbow, one of the people that she follows, and I imagine her like doing like a kind of a ritualistic kind of greeting, and then just kind of praying about, just their travel, and that she knows that they're not the goddess of storms, but thanking them for the wonderful experience tonight, and also as they, that they can get the boat traveling again, and to protect them as they sit there kind of out in the open, even though again protection's a little out of her circle, but still.
All right. You take the time to do that again in the rain. Things begin to get.
Should I take like a
damp
good
and heavy.
20 minutes of just kind of like, even before and after, just kind of standing there in the silence and looking up at the sky and looking around.
Okay. Nice. It's. I mean, there's thunder and there's rain, but it's all very peaceful, droning sounds. Thunder rolling. Rain pattering on the floorboards around you, and you put that out there to the world, into the universe. Okay. Well, let's see.
I think there's sabotage. So he'd be paranoid. He's looking around, up and around, following Ash. He takes out his crossbow, click clack.
Okay.
He's just looking around.
Nice.
He's extremely paranoid.
Awesome. You can make an investigation check if you'd like. As you have your dancing.
He don't
lights
trust none of this. He thinks, because that's what he would have did. He would have sabotaged the ship and then strike an ambush. That's what they do.
That's awesome.
I got a 10.
Okay. The coast seems clear. This is a heavy storm, of course, and it's difficult to see out beyond about 20 feet, but around the ship here, no signs of any creatures or any people or, any clear-cut indications of someone intentionally, doing anything.
His paranoia still takes hold. He's still watching.
Awesome. Wisp comes running down to the engine room. Right, so Ash is ran back side of the ship. Everything, how's it look down here, Cassius?
I don't think things have changed very much. The ship's still idling, but Sinister did like a magical detection spell earlier, and he told me that there was less magic like coming from the arcane engines. So I wonder if we would need to. Do you think that we would need to pump some of our own magic into it?
Well, we did have to do that right before a jump start.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right. I guess it depends on what's causing it, but we may need to jump start again.
I don't think we should do it now because Ash is currently dangling on the ship.
Right.
But
that will be bad.
But I'm thinking that's one of the working ideas. Wisp, do you mind staying here for a quick second? I'm actually gonna go check and see if I can help Ash.
Right, I'll be. You got it, boss.
Okay, thanks. And then Cash is gonna leave and head up to the deck.
Okay. Quick question, Liazana, are you going with Cassius or staying down here with Wisp?
I'm gonna stay with Wisp.
Okay. All right, Cassius, you head up to the upper deck, and you see the scene, as unfolding there. Breathe praying out to the, off one side, everyone else working on the other, holding Ash up.
Okay.
Paranoid Sinister.
Yeah, Sinister is like looking about the ship here, like behind barrels and stuff.
From up where we are, I know there's still like a little bit of a storm happening. Could Ash hear me if I yelled down to her?
As long as it's not during one of the rolls of thunder, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's gonna try and time it in between thunder rolls. what do you find? Like, do you need me to come down there and help, or like, do you need an extra set of
Ooh.
hands? Like,
Oh, well, I would say if you, I mean, I'm just checking for any cracks or any damage and anything leading into the ship. If you wanted to take a look around for, I mean, if you're feeling, up to it, you can always check the other crystal, the other side, see if there's any cracks, same as this, any breaks in any of the pipes and pop work feeding into the ship. There's something interesting down here, but I'll know more in a little bit.
Cassius will be like, okay, I'm actually gonna do that. It's a great idea, and he's gonna start tying himself off on rope.
Sinister's
Uh,
gonna
getting
send
ready.
you a message, Cassius. I can only lift one of you at a time.
It's okay. I can get myself out of the situation if like something bad happens.
It's
Take
your
one,
funeral.
take one of the big uns with you.
Oh, where's speaking of Biggins? Where's Vic?
Yeah, he's there. It's Zia, Vic, and Guardian's taking this as a challenge to, like, they're all kind of jostling Ash a little bit because they're like, I can hold them the best.
Guardian, I bet, lifting Cassius is going to be just, that would be a real competition.
It would. Yes, I believe I can single-handedly take care of this task. Leave the two of you to work on this together.
Guardian, I have nothing but faith in you to do that. And he's gonna
Yes.
hand Guardian the other hot part of the rope. He's like, all right, I'm counting on you. Please don't fall. Please don't drop this.
I will not. Challenge accepted. They'll feed it through the rail, a couple safety measures, and then Guardian will wrap it around herself, around her own torso, and just hold it up over, running off of her shoulder.
And then Cassius will start working his way down
Nice.
to the ship's crystal.
Awesome. Go and make up an investigation check. It'll be a disadvantage given the storm and, the heavy wind and everything else. Is keeping yourself on the framework is half the battle.
I got you.
Sinister lets out obscure drow curses.
Nice.
Okay, so at disadvantage, I got a 19.
Nice. Okay. So over the next, it'll take like maybe 20 minutes, up to 30. But you give a full inspection. The crystal, everything seems to be intact. No cracks, no wear, no singy burn marks or anything. And the piping leading into the ship with the 19, you find that they're all effectively supposed to remain cool at all times. There's nothing necessarily that would cause any heat in these. However, there's maybe 18 different pipes that come from the bracket. Whatever energy they're harnessing or banishing from this crystal feeds into the ship, and at least like 7 or 8 of those are hot for some reason.
They're hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But no damage.
So, do you think with something like prestidigitation,
Mm-hmm.
I could chill that?
Yeah,
Since
I don't see why not.
that's part of the spell.
I think, you'd have to go down a ways because I think it's like a 5-foot section at a time you could do. I think it is with that, but yeah, you can cool that.
Cassius is gonna call up to Guardian and say, "Can you give me a little bit of slack? I'm just gonna cool down parts of the engines, and I just need to get really close."
Of course, and they walk closer to the edge to give you the slack there.
And then like Cassius will like gently swing over and like
Nice.
start prejudicitating what he can.
Okay. So you find, because you can even, as you're down here and you're taking a closer look, you can see like the water of the rain evaporate every so often off of this. Is one of the ways you knew it was hot. So you use prestidigitation and you begin cooling these sections. But you find that over the course of a few minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, they become hot again, those particular 7 or 8.
Okay.
Ash, on the other side, around the time that you would, finished discovering all this, Ash is going to come back up on the other side of the ship and start walking over to you. But she'll see everyone else and just, all right, you pull me up and get pulled up, and all right, well, I think we're going to need to have ourselves a meeting.
well, Cassius is still down there, but seeing that it's like fruitless, he'll like tug on the rope and say, "Guardian, can you get me up?"
Certainly.
I just levitate. The
Like whip you up on the side of the thing. Just yelling at it, like laughing in the rain.
And then Cassius will report what he found. He'll say, so the arcane crystals are really hot down there. I tried to cool it down with a little bit of prestidigitation, and it was only a very, very, very temporary fix. It was almost as if like I got to the last one and the other one started smoking. So we have to figure out another alternative to cooling this down.
Right. Oh, good. Sinister.
I've got a water decanter that I liberated from one of the catacombs. I could probably spray it down with that, maybe.
Well, the rain is constantly hitting it, and it's just steaming off. Like it's not really helping too much.
What about that iced cream?
It would probably just like bubble up on the edge.
Yeah. But smell great for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's strawberry. Ash will say, right, oh, that's sad too. Same thing over on the other engine. So taking a closer look at the actual arcane crystals and that part of the intake system of the, well, it's just like nothing else I've ever seen. But I think I might have an idea of at least what our problem is. Fixing it, that might be a little trickier. Do we have a play? I'd love to hold a meeting and get out of the rain bit, and we can discuss it if you're up for it.
Let's head to the captain's quarters. We can turn that into a meeting pretty easily.
Perfect. All right. Okay. And with that, who wants to open the captain's quarters and
I'll open it.
Does anyone let Brayliff know?
Yeah, you would have been with us.
they're probably close enough. They'd come
Okay.
over to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh.
I opened it, and it's gonna be like the West Wing, like a situation.
That's amazing. Okay. There's even like people walking around like they're busy doing things.
Right.
Oh. I love that.
Wait, we can manifest other beings in here?
Yeah, watch this. And then it's like a stripper pole, and she goes down it. And then it's,
Nice. Do. Yeah.
Well,
That's an interesting addition.
welcome to my situation room.
Brayliff's gonna sit down.
Nice. All right. There's a big meeting, table in the middle where you can have like a map or whatever you want in the center of the table.
They like little dossiers with the briefs on it in front of you.
Nice.
Get this ship started.
Oh, all right. Vic, I think, and Guardian are going to stay outside just keeping watch. Now that the ship's idle, they just want to be extra careful that they're ready for any threats. Wisp is downstairs, staying in the engine room just to monitor that in case anything happens. Pip is, I don't think that she's gotten up or anything yet, so. I'm sure someone would have woken her, one of the other crew, but she's just, ready to move the ship if and when it gets running. So basically you have Ash in here, on top of the rest of you and Ashavar. And Charles isn't anywhere. He's in the ship too. He's probably sleeping a ghostly sleep. So, Ash sits down. All right. Sinister, can you make, I'd love to have like a big board I could draw on or something like that.
It's the most ornate board. Huge. Like,
Nice. Oh, all right. That'll do. Thank you. Right. So, much akin to what you found, Cassius, I found the same on the other side. Now your typical arcane engine runs like and she draws pretty well in like an engineering way. The crystal and the intake manifold, basically, that brings it into the ship's engine. Right. and this is it. The arcane crystals, well, they take some of that innate magic from the world around and draw it in and use it as propulsion. They draw it in from this direction and push it out and the other. That creates a draw of magic. And that feeds into the engine here, and is processed and sent back out what's not used to create the extra force. Now, that accounts for about 2/3 of the work out there, the popping work. But the pops that are hot, they lead to an entirely different area. And from what I can tell, she draws a second sketch with this, with the crystals and everything, and the additional pipes. Our ship here, if I may be so bold, the Tempest, it uses a certain type of renewable energy. It draws in the Arcana, like most would, but so it exerts force, via the Arcane Crystals for movement. But it's also, while it's doing that, it's designed in a way to absorb energies that oppose that, created energies that oppose it. Kinetic energy, moving against the atmosphere and such, it absorbs that energy. And it also seems to operate off something that I know has been theoretical, but she draws out some equations, and it's basically, it's anti-magic. It's drawing in magic and converting it and expelling anti-magic, and it creates a bit of a push and pull situation. It seems that the system that manages that kinetic energy and anti-magic energy has been collecting energy since the ship has been restarted, but not converting it. It's just been storing it, and it's been building up.
So the reservoir has, we basically blew it out.
It's full, and I think it's a safety mechanism to disengage before it turns into something dangerous or deadly. That system has been, this conversion system is offline, and it seems like the ship just isn't going to run any systems except keeping itself aloft until we get it operational, so it doesn't overload. That kinetic energy, of course, can be explosive, and theoretically, if you mix magic and anti-magic, you get a very big reality bending explosion. So we definitely don't want that. So it's a good safety measure. Trouble being, that other piping heads down into that below section.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I feel like if there's
Figured out a way in there.
I think that's what we need to figure out.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got to get in there, and I think I can get it activated when we have everything we should need on the ship to fix it. But we need to figure out how to get down there, or we're just going to be stuck out here.
Can't we just bash our way down in there?
Give it a shot if we had to, and repair it, I suppose. But as long as we don't hit any of that integral pieces to the structure.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
still want
it
structural
doesn't-
damage.
What have we tried going down there? Like, what have we tried anything?
Yeah. We've tried prying it open. We tried sending Charles in there to look. He couldn't see through it. It was magical darkness.
I could try to dispel the magic. I have.
We tried that, I think, already. I don't think that worked either.
We did.
Who has dispelled magic besides me?
I think
Cassius
you were
raised
the
his
one.
hand.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I do remember somebody did even detect magic, and it was just really dark, and then somebody tried to dispel
yeah.
it. Didn't work.
I think that's the source of the anti-magic because I wasn't able to see into it.
Wait, wouldn't dispel magic just be making anti-magic? So maybe if you make magic, it will dispel anti-magic.
I don't know how this works.
I was just trying to write that out on the board, like. It's well,
So Ash, do you have any ideas on how to get in there, or are we is this kind of where we're stuck at?
Well, I think that there are a few approaches that ships some. I've got some ideas, but they're all just swimming around along, and I can't think of. It's hard to focus when my bladder's so full. So if you excuse me just a minute, I'll take care of some business. We'll get down to business. Yeah.
I do
All right.
I do a private bathroom on the side. Like, here you go.
Oh my
Gives
god.
you a wink and heads to the bathroom. With that, we'll take our bio break. For anyone that's new here tonight, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We'll have a be right back screen up, but our audio will be hot, so you can chat with us. And we'll catch you all in about 10 minutes. All right, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. To the bathroom. Oh.
So we're about to have some under the ship shenanigans. Yay!
Does this mean that the lever action is going to come back?
I hope so. I wasn't there for lever action. I would like to be there for lever action too. The levering.
Let me tell you, it was a enriching experience.
Okay.
I wonder if this is Dan's way of telling us like it's time to fix that problem now.
Pretty much.
We've been
I
fucking
don't
that
know
up
what I
for
could
a-
do.
for a while, for months.
Maybe I could just speak to the engine and try and inspire it to work.
I bet if we talk nice to the engine, it will start working. We haven't tried that yet.
Hey, buddy. You know, you've been working really hard, and we appreciate you.
We love you, ship.
We love you, ship.
So is the darkness in that room all the anti-magic then?
I'm thinking
Probably.
so.
It might just be backed up. I wonder if there's like a release valve or something. Maybe there's something like that we haven't found. Sure.
Maybe we need to just like turn it off and turn it on again.
That works 99% of the time.
Yes. That would be good. Something simple like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the engineers were bad enough to make it impossible to fix that issue from the inside of the ship, wherein you have to throw yourself off on a rope down to fix that, or even know that that's a thing. So I don't know if the engineers would have been smart enough to include an off switch.
I mean, this
Or
is an ancient
redirect.
ship. They probably it's like there's a flaw in that design.
I mean, yeah, if somebody came to me with a computer and they said, "Oh my God, I know where the problem is. I had to risk my life to figure out what the problem is, and now I can't actually physically access the area where the problem is, but I know it's there." I'd be like, okay, like, what? How would you even begin to like do that? I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think of what spells I could use.
Maybe the dragon is the key.
We
Only thing-
actually haven't asked Carmine help. That's fair.
Like he would know, but okay. Well,
Mike?
first of all,
Oh, Karma? Hmm.
Right. Oh, see?
Yeah,
What?
it was the
trying to
only
think-
thing that was different that we didn't try last time.
Yeah, we
I
actually
don't
didn't
know.
even have Carmine back then.
yes, we didn't even.
Carmine was in the
Okay.
edge.
The only the different thing that we have now is Ash. I think pretty much everything else is the same as we tried last time.
One more. I don't know. I can't bestow a curse on it, can I?
Nice.
I mean, the whole idea that it's like anti-magic that's recycled into magic in the style of like antimatter type stuff is just very confusing from a practical standpoint.
And Dan's just sitting there with a silly grin on his face.
Yeah.
I go to look.
Yeah, my brain hurts. I can't.
Because is anti-magic just the lack of magic? Or is it...
Evil magic. I don't know.
Is it just magic but different? Or is it magic but opposite? Or is it just nothing?
It nullifies magic. It's like the opposite of magic.
Yeah, okay, so if you throw magic and anti-magic into each other, then
It nullifies
it
it.
happens? Or does it make an explosion?
It's-
Ash said it could potentially like make an explosion, like
Okay.
reality bending, like really bad.
Wouldn't it be rad if the explosion just bent reality into the ship working again?
Sinister's tempted for sure because he's like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I wonder what happens.
Okay, but like if you do any spells that relate to magic on anti-magic, I'm assuming they fail.
They do,
Okay.
usually.
Okay. Cool. So like a dispel magic wouldn't work because it's not magic.
No, I mean, what I remember, like in the Beholder's Gaze, the eyes is anti-magic and it goes in a cone, so any spells that are cast in that cone don't work.
Okay, got it. Okay, so, okay.
But I don't know if this is
Okay.
like a Beholder, but that's the only monster I can
Oh
think
my
of.
god, what if there's a beholder in the below deck? Or Dan, you didn't.
Let's find out what's down
You
below
didn't.
you.
Oh my god, Dan, please tell me you didn't. I don't think
This
you
will
could be.
this would definitely go into your ship eating theory too.
Guys, you guys were level 5. We can handle
Okay.
Can we though?
My brain hurts.
Mm-hmm. What's extra interesting? Well, not interesting, but it's a little tidbit for me. So, matter and antimatter, right? They're effectively the same particles, but oppositely charged. Like in a quantum way, they exist the same, except with opposite charges. And there's this whole big thing, like it should be equal in matter to antimatter in the universe, but there's not. There's a lot more antimatter. Anyway, a recent study shows that the energy created in thunderstorms from lightning can actually create positrons, which is a form of antimatter. And here we are, sitting in the middle of a thunderstorm. Ooh, exciting! That's all. Just a
You know,
mini thing
nothing
for me.
good comes with storms with us. We end up getting, we either hallucinate or things happen. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that other storm. That was crazy. With a creepy Leviathan creature. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I will put us back here. Boop. Everybody, it's us. We're still here. All right. No one's encountered the beholder yet, so we're all fine. I'm just kidding.
Yay!
How dare you?
Oh, thank you, the artist. Right, so, Ash comes out of the bathroom, returns, drying off her hands, and hangs the towel up and comes out to sort things out. Oh,
Brody
well,
takes the towel away.
nice. Oh, thank you. Well, that's service. Well, I guess I'd like to know, you said that someone had a lookabout down there. How do we get down there? How do we manage that in the first place? Because I'd love to get a look around there, have someone look for some specific things.
I'll go with you for sure. We've been putting this off for months, but I mean, I guess it's finally time to see if we can fix this, focus all our efforts.
All right.
I'll go as well.
All right. Well, how'd y'all get down there the first time?
Oh, there's just a way down there.
Yeah, there's a
we've
door.
never been inside the door though. We've never been behind it.
I think that there actually wasn't a door, but Charlie went down. Charles went down.
Yes.
He walked
Charlie
through the
couldn't
floor.
see anything in there.
All right, so we'll have to make it ourselves a way through. Should we send Rat Charles? That makes sense. Should we send him through first, I suppose, and just take a see if anything's different before we all head down there? Given that this is all shut down, make sure everything's on the up and up. I mean, if Charles is willing, just kind of looks around, doesn't see him in the room.
I sent a message to Charles. Ow! Get your ass in here!
That's amazing. Okay, yeah, you can reply to message, right? I think.
Yeah, he
okay.
can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, exciting! Yes, I'm on my way.
Ow!
Nice. A few minutes later, Charles comes in wearing like deckhand clothing in a sort of a moderately corporeal form, still a little wispy. Yes, I'm here. I'm ready, reporting for duty. What is it that I can do?
We need your help, dude. Like you did before. Remember that freaky room where it was all dark and stuff? We need you to go back in there again.
Oh,
Ow! Finger guns.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I could do that again. Sure. What if there's something that I should do, or just look, or what should I do?
I just kind of go to Ash. Like,
Okay. Ooh, well, I reckon. Yeah, go down, make sure there's nothing running that wasn't before. I guess see if you can try and feel around for any sort of latch work or anything that might release some sort of hatch for us. And I'll add that even though I think you had the spell magic, without being able to go down there, you hadn't actually been able to attempt it before, so it might be an option. So Charles is sure, yes. I can do that. Right now? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go. Alright.
okay.
I'll let, yes. And, he heads down. And, are you all going with him, or are you gonna wait for him to report?
I'm gonna kind of stand outside the door with him.
Okay.
You know.
Cassius is gonna stay down there as well.
Okay.
To kind of like be like whatever information he has to come back with, or if the door opens, Cassius wants to be down there.
Do you need someone to get on with you?
Well.
I can go. Sure.
All right.
We live for. Yeah, Charles. Do you want someone to get on with you, or do you want to go by yourself?
Well, I don't think any of you can walk through the floor. It's just me.
Oh.
But
yeah, we physically can't go with him.
I suppose I could try and see if I can make you walk through the wall with me.
Me?
Well, I guess if some... Oh, wait a minute. What about... So, I remember seeing, what's her name? She's a guardian. She... Sometimes when she walks, she just goes poof poof and appears elsewhere.
She bamfs?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so...
I don't have that ability.
Well, maybe they can go with me. And you might all recall from, like, after the battle, she did that a few times. She started walking and she had, like, smoke trailing off her form. And she doop, doop, and it would appear, like, another 30, 40 feet ahead of her.
Like Dimension Door?
Yeah, like some kind of cross between, like, a Misty Step and Dimension Door with smoke.
I like that.
And they're, of course, still out on the upper deck of the ship, keeping guard with Vic, and keeping guard with Vic currently. If you want to get them, you don't have to. But if they go down with me, perhaps I don't know if they have any of that. Oh wait, no, he wasn't here for Dispel Magic talk. But they might be able to help me. I mean, they can probably reach the ceiling easier than I can.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. Could you send Guardian a message?
Okay. All right. Ready.
Nice. So a guardian will join you. I guess Zia and Liazana, are you heading down to this lowest, second to lowest floor to watch everything unfold, or are you staying or doing something else?
I think I'd probably be there, but kind of just listening to everybody's ideas. Not really 100% sure if we're really gonna find something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably be down there too.
Excellent.
I would have sent a message to Cassius. If you hear help, 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 break it, I guess. I don't know. I'm scared. You may respond to this message, I guess.
Cassius will respond like, "Are you sure you want to go? Because I could go. Like, you don't have to worry about it."
I want to do something cool, and it'd probably make an awesome, dope-ass song. So let me be the hero this time.
Okay. I'll be right outside, and that's what Cassius was.
All right.
Okay. All right. So you all head down. There's, of course, Charles rather can walk through the floor. I mean, technically Charlie the cat can as well, but they're not here.
Okay.
But Charles can walk through the floor, and Guardian comes down excited. It'll just be the two of them that can go down currently, because they can pass to the floor unless you're looking to smash it. Which Guardian proposes, we're smashing through. Yes, excellent. And begins to draw like a two-handed weapon out of her cloak from the smoke. Yes, we cut through.
I don't think
Yes.
so. I don't think that we're cutting through,
Oh.
are we?
Well, wait.
I would keep it out.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Can we cut through?
We haven't tried that yet.
I think it's best.
I mean, we want a careful.
Now I think
Cutting through.
I think finding the lever thing is a good first start. And if we exhaust all of our options, then Guardian feel free to destroy that. We can fix it later.
Yes.
And I get cut. Sinister gets deflated a little too. Like,
Nice.
Cassius will kind of like look at the door and be like, I could probably fix this if you break it, so it's fine.
Nice. Excellent. Yes. Well then, I'll keep the weapon ready just in case.
Yeah, definitely keep it.
And
ready
winks.
to
Charles is like, all right, well, here goes nothing, and then does like that silly, like he's walking down steps, but goes through the floor.
I never get tired of that bit.
Nice. Guardian takes a few steps forward, and you see the smoke start trailing off of her form. It just doof, doof, and the smoke leaves a trail like down
Careful.
towards them through the floorboards. Nice. Doof. And then you wait. The thunder rolls outside. The lightning flashes through some of the portholes. The light from the flames in the little wall sconces through the hall down here dance across the floor and walls. The sound of the rain pattering outdoors. No sounds from below. I'm just gonna do a quick roll. Okay. An eye appears on. Just kidding.
I think I gave Ash inspiration.
Right. You along like timed almost perfectly with a crack of thunder, a crack of the floor sound, and some splinters come up, and more break up, and then a bunch break free, and you see Guardian's smoky weapon getting drawn back. Yes. And Charles kind of peeks his head up. Yes, so I think that Guardian took care of it. We can see. That's good. Guardian sort of sucked all the darkness into her cloak and herself, and so it's all gone.
Looks like Guardian, like,
Where did it go?
Guardian's like pulling herself out of the floor. Just in case, yes.
Guardian, where did all the smoke? Where did it all go? Like, do you know? Like,
It's mine now. I've conquered it.
really gonna take like 4 steps back, 5, 6.
wait, did you just absorb all of it?
Yes, you didn't know I could do this.
No.
Oh.
Like,
No, I didn't.
like
What?
you took it and like into like a never mind. It's probably fine.
I'm gonna stick my head through the hole that Guardian smashed and do
Nice.
my That's So Raven.
Nice. You sense some low-level magic in here. There's couplings and other parts to a piece. It seems like some sort of engineering down here. Similar in nature to the engine up above is what I think when Charles had walked through here, he talked about walking over some pipes and kind of stumbling over some things. That's what it is. It's the pipes that come in from outside there's an engine-like device here. This is likely the converter that needs to be operated on.
I'm gonna slide through and just like motion to Cassius to come on with me.
Oh, Cassius would have like tried to walk in there initially as soon as he would have
Nice.
he needs no backing.
Awesome. As you go down, you'll see, between Sinister and Detect Magic and Cassius looking around. That's not the only engineering device down here. There's another towards would be the very back of the ship, almost about 10 feet away from the very rear of the ship down here. What it is, it's tough to say, but it's another whole engineered device the size of an engine or a converter.
Cassius' eyes are gonna light up, and he's gonna go over there and like start like he's not gonna touch anything, but he's gonna like look over like the console and what he sees. He's also gonna pull out like his notebook and start taking notes as he's like looking at everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Cassius and boop his snoot. Inspiration.
Nice. Awesome. So you're looking at sort of, while there's a lot of the engine pieces here, there is like a Star Trek Next Generation curved semicircle, rail, but it has all of your instruments on it. There's runic writing. There's pieces of stone that seem to slide almost like a mosaic tile puzzle in different, not an actual puzzle of sort, but just these are some of the controls. They slide and maneuver into different places for something.
I'll send a message to Breelith to come through too, because I noticed the runes.
Should we also get like Ashamar as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
She'll jump down. She'll probably have been there. Ooh,
What do you need?
Look. Fancy scribblings.
Do the runes look like something I can read, Dan?
You can make a history check with your background, sure.
Could I also see if I could read them?
Yeah, go for it.
This
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll
It'll
give
probably be a
advantage to somebody.
disadvantage. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it'd be a disadvantage to Cassius. So if you want to give,
it's disadvantage for Cassius. Okay.
unless you're proficient with history, then
He is.
I'm proficient.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
He got a 25.
And I got an 18.
That was better than me. I only got 18.
Okay. Nice.
He's proficient in all the intelligence skills.
Nice.
Neat.
Literally all of them. Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. So as Guardians above, like kicking and pulling, like breaking free more space to make it safer for everyone in the hole, just pulling that open. The three of you kind of assess the panel. Let's see. Can I have each of you make an Arcana check as well, please? Given DC will vary a bit based on your history checks.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
9 for
Cassius got a
Breelith.
24.
Okay. All right.
If need be, I'm proficient in Arcana.
Yeah. Cassius is proficient as well. He got a 24.
Awesome. The tiles that you see here before you, nothing really gives away what this does. These are mostly, an ignition sort of sequence to go through to power up whatever this is. Different levels of energy for whatever this thing is that you can adjust. And a lot of, maintenance pieces too. Managing maintenance for whatever this operates or does. It seems to have something to do, of course, with energy. As the engines do. Same type, same setup. But then, of course, over in the middle of the room is the actual, the device that Ash will probably hop down and go over there, since that's the one that needs to be fixed. And
Maybe we shouldn't take this to a mechanic, more like a wizard.
We have to go, so we have to get going first to even be able to take it anywhere. Yeah.
I'm sure we can probably fix this.
Does Liazana down there, or is she stay up? Or is she upstairs?
I don't think I ever went down.
Okay. Breelith would be like, I'm gonna go get Liazana. This stuff isn't really my forte. Maybe she would know something. So she'll go upstairs. Hey, there's like a, buttons and stuff down there. Like a, control-y thing. Maybe you'll know something about it. It's not really my thing.
Is there more levers?
Maybe? I'm not sure. Did I see any levers down there, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some levers.
She's gonna definitely hurry up and get down there.
Nice. Leaps through the hole into the.
I would say that Brilith will probably kind of stay in that area where she was at and just kind of like lean up against a wall or something, just kind of waiting on everyone, because since that sort of stuff isn't really like stuff that she's like interested in.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I think Charles will be up there, with you having gone down and sort of not needed, and he felt like it was his big moment, but guarding kind of did the work. So he's just like kind of leaning against the wall next to you.
Maybe would have a conversation with him. She would talk to him.
I'll send a message to Charles. Welcome to my world, dude.
And Brilith would probably be like encouraging, noticing he might be a little bit down, like, you did a good job down there. Yeah, I'm sure that you were you're always very helpful, Charles.
Well, if I hadn't wasted time being silly walking downstairs, then I might have been able to do something before.
I don't think it was silly.
Yeah.
You were being helpful.
I suppose. I mean, I don't want to
Charles,
take anything away from Guardian. I think it's
Charles,
great.
don't feel bad about your contribution. You did well. You did good.
Yeah. He's back up against the wall. There's you.
She'll kind of like lean up like beside him.
Oh, nice. All right. Ash down below begins getting to work, investigating this other device. It's probably going to be like 10 or 15 minutes for her to get here. I mean, this is her jam. Yeah. Like 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so to get a feel for what this is and how it's supposed to operate. All right. Well, yeah. Well, good news is that this, we do have repair materials on board, of course. Stocked up a bit when we loaded up from some hazy isles. Now, we have what we need to repair this and get this up and running. It seems that since the ship restarted, of course, this just didn't come online. So it's just been storing and collecting energy. So I have to be a fair bit careful in the process of repairing and bring this up online, and then carefully letting it convert at a slow pace first and build it up so we don't blow nothing up. Bad news of this is probably going to take, if I get Wisp on it and with your help, Cassius, I think we're looking at maybe 2 or 3 days before I can get this up and running.
Cassius is like, all right, let me go get my tools, and he's gonna go up to his room and like grab all the tools that he has,
Nice.
along with the tools that we have down there, just to see if that'll help. So just grab everything.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Sinister just has Rhodey bring in a bottle and it's gonna be a while, right?
Cassius is like, I'll get started. I'll get started on stuff like right now. Like,
Let's do it. All right. And so Wisp joins as well, and they're both accustomed to like working on projects till they're done with like taking little cat naps and shifts. So they'll push through. So I guess my question becomes, since it's going to take 2 or 3 days, let me just do rolls first, I guess, to find out. So Cassius, if you don't mind doing, I think this is going to be, Ash is going to be kind of point person on this as far as the intelligence piece of sorting out what needs, and she's going to get assistance from you on that, on her role, if that's okay with you.
And I'm gonna pump them with inspiration if I need to.
Okay, all right. I will add that then. Let me just put some D6s aside. And
D8. I'm level 5. It's
oh,
D8.
it is D8. Oh, okay, so yours is also a D8 tonight then.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, we get a couple
I can use that as well. I'm gonna pump inspiration into whoever needs to be inspired.
Nice. Okay.
because he can't really. I mean, he's not that helpful.
Raylos,
Still.
Raylos will help with guidance sometimes if people need it.
Mm-hmm.
And she gives them a +4, and that's a cantrip, so she can.
Oh, okay. Nice. Like guiding Liazana's hands to the lever. Like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I lost my train of thought entirely.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Oh, good times.
A lever of thought, Dan.
Yeah.
You're right.
My heart will go on.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, and Cassius, if you wouldn't mind rolling a dexterity base, you can use an intelligence base modifier. It's just going to be a straight intelligence check. You can add your proficiency modifier because you've been training. So, intelligence plus proficiency.
Gotcha.
Or if you have, or if you want to put your energy into like athletics and like doing the heavy lifting and stuff, if that is somehow better, you can do that.
I think he would focus on more intelligence-based skill checks for like helping them out.
Gotcha. All right, let me have her do hers with your help. And Wisps. Ooh, it's a good thing it had advantage. So it dropped a 1.
Oh,
Okay. Let's roll this to add it. Ooh, a 7. So inspiration's coming in handy. Yeah.
Yes.
And feel free to add an inspiration die, Cassius, because Sinister gave them to whoever needed them. So if you need it as a D8.
You said it was my intelligence modifier plus proficiency, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
His first roll was a 24. I rolled a 16.
Ooh, nice. Okay. It's going to take you about 2 days flat, which will put you into like the middle of the night 2 days from now. Or early morning 2 days from now.
Yeah.
Working.
I can also do Song of Rest.
Naps. Yeah, he would take
If I can do Song of Rest to replenish like
Okay.
exhaustion, like that.
Nice. Does that cleanse exhaustion or just let them roll hit dice?
It's like if they get it, let them roll hit dice. So like
Okay.
In case they get hurt or stupid, like
Gotcha.
exhaustion can run into things like
Yeah.
that. So.
So you'll end up with 1, 2. You'll end up with 3 points of exhaustion in total, but you'll be able to sleep after that. And thankfully, like you're able to stay awake and cognizant thanks to Sinister's Song of Rest when you take your cat naps. Just like,
Cassius would definitely be overworking himself. So,
Oh.
yeah, that 3 levels of exhaustion makes sense.
okay.
He'd definitely be overworking himself. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So
I would not. I'm probably gonna be a little tipsy.
nice. There's giving out, playing the Song of Rest and giving inspiration and sipping back with some some wine, some working wine, and
Yes, working wine.
Awesome. Anything for anyone else then for these next 2 days?
So
Nope,
Raylos would
nothing
offer
foreseen?
guidance to anyone, and then she would also just kind of maybe bring them like food and drink when they were,
Okay.
for breaks.
All right. Liazana, anything?
Just helping out where I can. Whatever people need help with. If I'm down there, if I need to help out down there, here and there, I'll be doing that.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We're looking at 2 days, so I'm gonna say that this whole, this started in the middle of the night with a thunderstorm. Thunderstorm itself lasts for like a day and a half. So, in that final half a day stretch before this starts getting to work, the clouds begin to dissipate. The storm dissipates, and you find yourselves back out with some sun and then some twilight sky above. You're working well into the night. The twin moons are shining, in through the portholes. There aren't really any portholes down here, but you have your lantern lights and such. And Guardian has asked several times if you want, her to make a porthole. She's happy to accommodate.
Yes.
Yeah, you're finally, in that latter half of the day, able to start. You get it up and running and feeding in very carefully and delicately. Like Cassius, you, Wisp, and Ash are like, and with Sinister, anyone else, there's like holding your breath as this fires up and Ash starts opening up the valve to like let this do its work, just a little bit at a time. Ooh, it has like a sound as it starts up. But then kind of picks up to a nice soft hum. And bit by bit across that evening, every half an hour or so, Ash lets a little more in until this thing is humming. Purring like Charlie. So it's,
Goodness.
and it seems to be doing its job very well. Like the finely tuned machinery it is. Kip at one point reports that the engines have come back online and are ready. Kip has everything disengaged, so you're still in place, which Ash would probably want till everything's... Sure, you've got two systems that have to work together now. But by 2:30 that morning, in the middle of the night, everything's underway. Kip has done a short burst, a couple small little steps just to make sure that the thrust is working, and so on and so forth. Nothing major. You're ready to go. It's 2:30 in the morning. Ship can start underway. Ash kind of, sits down. On it's this bare bone hull of the ship with the stuff on it. So she just kind of sits down one of the large 8x8 planks that's laying down there. And, oh well. That was thrilling, frightening, and I don't know about you all, but I'm ready to get underway. I'm ready for one more drink, and then I'm ready for some sleep.
Say no more. Rhodey, get her something to drink.
Cassius is gonna like weekly gather up his tools and say, "We gotta fix the part that Guardian broke," and he's gonna like stumble over.
No, it
there.
can wait.
No,
It can wait.
He's gonna
It can
kind of
wait.
like
Oh,
pass out like right there.
Oh.
He's gonna fall out.
nice.
Oh no.
He's gonna be holding his tools. He's like, "Oh, son."
I'm gonna tell
That's
Rhodey to
amazing.
get Cassius a pillow and put it under his head.
Oh,
We're gonna fix the structure. We're gonna do the.
Oh
He's gonna pass out.
that's amazing.
no.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's great.
So tired. So tired.
Ash takes her drink and gives like a just a big nod of approval to Cassius, like yeah, and kind of makes it up to maybe the galley before she's like has a bowl of ice cream, like sits down on the floor, leans up against the counter, has a little bit of ice cream, just kind of sets it down and falls asleep there in the kitchen too.
Get a pillow and a blanket for her.
Nice. And Wisp, of course, he's oddly energetic. He's on like his third wind, and he's like, all right. And he goes about trying to do things, cleaning up a bit and getting things tidied up, and then he goes to crash as well. Unlike the ship, because you successfully repaired it. Yay! With
No world-destroying explosions.
yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Or reality bending implosions.
Oh jeez.
Darn it.
And Liazana, Ash, on the way she come across you, because she would have found you otherwise, but I'll say she came across you on her way to the kitchen and just kind of puts her hand up on your shoulder. All right, boss. Ship's ready. Kip's ready to take your order. Just you give the word. Yeah, ship will treat you right. Be prepared for a bit of a kick. This, if I did the math right, then I think this is gonna take us a bit faster than we're accustomed to.
Thank you for your help.
You got it,
Get
boss.
some rest.
Ice cream first, and she heads over to the kitchen.
Fair enough.
All right. So, anything for anyone before Liazana gives word?
I'm going to go back to stealthing and being nosy and sneaking around.
Perfect. Make an investigation check. We'll see what you pick up as. things are happening here.
16.
Okay. You find things that you pick up on. So everyone's been kind of busy. So Breelith, you probably noticed this too, of course, spending time with our new dragon friend. Dragon has been asleep. Just a nice, long, comfortable sleep. Maybe it was the rain, who knows, but around the time, the storm dissipates and things get a little brighter in the afternoon, they woke up and started prowling about, seemed a little hungry, ate some food and things like that. So dragon's awake now, finally, so that's one thing. Charlie, you find Charlie in a cupboard in the kitchen. You can open it up and the ghost cat's like up in a cupboard and leaps out as you peeking around like no one but that's what but otherwise it's just sort of the regular, nothing suspicious, thank goodness, going on the ship. Did you find, of course, Guardian down by like just walking around the different cannons, eyeing them eagerly, like yes.
I'm gonna do the rock symbol, like yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but otherwise everything seems okay.
Reba probably sleeps in her room quite a bit. Come on the deck occasionally, but
Okay.
she's tired.
Introspective and tired. Liazana, are you at one point, Kip is up on ready to go, ready to pull the lever and engage the ship, whatever, on your word.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Oh, well, good. I have to say, I just don't like. Wait, that's Ash. Let me reset that.
Some of the accents.
Oh, actually, I have to say, I don't like sitting still like that. I'm ready to go. You give the word. We're out of here.
Let's go. Punch it.
All right. And so she does. She sets a few things. All right, buddy. Everything okay? What's wrong? Have a bad dream?
Oh no! The heart.
You need some water? You just wanted a hug. Okay, love you, Mr. Farts. Sweet dreams. It was a sighting, yeah. And Kip kicks it, and you and Kip and most people on the ship almost lose a step backwards as the ship has some serious punch now. Kip puts it, and like she's used to. She advances the throttle and goes up, takes you out, and by the time it goes over those 10 seconds or so to get up to speed and full speed, it's going so blazing fast. I'm going to say it's about, let's see, it travels now at about 5 times the speed it did before. So your 4.5, 5 month trip, what would have been 4.5, 5 months, will be, oh gosh, I've got to do more math because you've been here for 3 weeks.
More like a month, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be like a month in total, but you've already taken a month off, so it's going to be like 2.5 weeks now, 3 weeks instead of like 5 months.
Hey.
It's like,
What? That's
in yeah.
Lord.
Wow.
Captain.
Months to a couple weeks.
We're going there at
Jeez.
light speed.
Nice.
Trying to sneak around. I'm like,
Kip.
last
Engage.
Yeah.
Got
Kip's
warp
holding the
thrusters
wheel.
now.
Yeah, like, Captain, I have to say, Captain, I'm rather gonna enjoy this, I think. This is fast. And you're just cruising. The clouds are, the light cloudage that you're going just wisping past you really quickly. And so you all continue. So you have whatever that makes it. Instead of a month, again, you've taken not like a quarter, so it's like 3 weeks. I'll say it's about 3 weeks because it's about a 4.5, 5 month journey. 3 weeks left. Is there anything that that you want to cover, continue practicing in the next 3 weeks before you arrive at Staffney Island?
I'm gonna try and have more conversations with Carmine.
Ah, okay. Neat.
Under the guise of trying to teach him stuff, but also trying to figure out who that weird character was.
Nice. Let me do a roll for Carmine. Okay. Carmine seems to not be doing as many of the shape shifts as of late. They do some here and there, usually mimicking the person that's speaking to them, and trying.
I'm gonna try and teach him how to read and how to recognize music in his letters.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach him how to understand that stuff.
Nice.
But also just trying to figure out, watch him, observe him, really.
Perfect. All right. Anything for Cassius?
Oh, I had to mute myself. So Cassius would finally be done with what he's been working on for these past few months. And so he's gonna like take the cover off of it, and underneath the cover it is a wolf-like mechanical dog. And
Yes.
he's been like modeling it after Wolf, and Wolf's been getting annoyed with him, so he'd feed Wolf like some scraps so like Wolf wouldn't get too upset. But he's been studying Wolf's movements for like the past few months. Like anytime he would see Wolf like walking around with Guardian, or if like him and Guardian got done with like a sparring session, he would like
Nice.
observe what Wolf would do, like just like how Wolf would sleep, how Wolf would move, how Wolf would eat.
Okay.
So on the side of the dog, it says Lupin V13 because it's the 13th version of that specific model, because
gosh.
he failed
Nice.
12 times before. And he's like, so like he's like, I finally did it. And then he's gonna be like, everybody come look at this, and he's gonna like ask everybody to come to his room.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
That
then
is
he's just,
awesome, Cassius.
he's like, I've been working on this for months, but it's finally here.
Brilla's
then-
gonna try to pet it.
Oh yeah, it'll like lean up towards you and like nudge you a little bit.
She's gonna hug it.
No.
I was like, I don't know. I kept watching Wolf, and then like if Wolf is around, he'll be like, thank you for letting me study you. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying.
Wolf watching
it was
around the
annoying.
door. What's this?
And then Lupin will like walk over to Wolf and like fake sniff. I mean, he doesn't have any like.
Wolf will. No. Like Lupin.
He's like, all right, good. He's just like, welcome to the ship. Like his eyes are all bugged out because he's been working on this for so long. He's like,
Bloodshot eyes.
it's finally done. It's like,
Maybe you should take a nap, Cassius. You look a little tired.
no, this coffee, and there's like a gigantic pot of coffee on his desk.
Brilla's gonna try to take the gigantic cup of coffee.
And
I'm
he's
just
just gonna be like,
I'm gonna go and refill this for you.
oh, thank you so
Okay.
much.
No, she's not coming back.
Oh, okay. Cassius
You're welcome.
fully believes you're gonna come back. I finally did it. Now I just really hope this one doesn't break. They all broke. So many of them broke. 12 of them broke.
Cassius, this
Yeah.
is a work of art. I can see why this occupied your time instead of getting me sunglasses I can wear in the daytime. So, kudos to you. Slow clap.
Oh, I could make those sunglasses in like a day. This took months, Sinister.
I mean, it is
Months.
very lifelike. I mean, I could barely tell the difference. And you know, this is wonderful. And he just he sends a bottle of wine to you.
Oh.
It just
Cassius
says,
will take it and just like, I can't wait to drink this, and he'll like gingerly set it down on the desk, and then he'll like go behind his desk and get like this gigantic pile of bolts and say, feed him. He loves these.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
and then
Nice.
I'm just gonna catch it in my mage hand. I really don't like touching things. And then just hands it to him.
Mm,
Yeah, he'll like chomp them and gulp them down.
nice.
It's like
Remarkable.
I did everything I could. And then Cassius is like, all right, it's time to have a little bit of this wine. And like as he's going to open it,
Oh, I got
he's
it.
gonna,
I got it.
He's gonna
Cassius.
he's gonna be like passing out. as he's-
Cassius. Oh God. And then
Oh.
mage hand.
Save the bottle of wine.
Yeah,
Yes.
he gave the bottle of wine,
Good
but Cassius falls to the ground.
Right.
Yeah, the dude,
Yeah.
Like,
he falls
he's like,
against the bed. Yeah.
maybe I should go to sleep. If you guys wanna play with him, he's really friendly. And then he's gonna like curl up into his bed and go to sleep.
Ah,
Brody with
nice.
pillows and blanket again, just like
And then like he'll kind of like peer up like from beneath the covers, like there's bolts behind my desk if you guys wanna.
we got this.
Oh.
Go to sleep.
And then he'll go back to sleep.
Nice.
This
Wolf
wonderful.
is like running around with Lupin and just like they run out of the room as everyone clears out. The only person left that was sort of covered behind everybody is Charles in the corner, like.
Yeah.
He's just still like
Flabbergasted.
"Whoa." Before he heads out. It's like, oh, cool.
I'll just finger guns him like
Like Cash is probably gonna be dead to the world once everybody leaves
Aw.
his room. Like
Okay.
he can't even. He's not even moving.
Nice. Well,
Yeah,
Wolf and
that's all I
Lupin.
wanted to do.
Okay, nice. Wolf and Lupin have a blast for a while, chasing each other around the ship.
Oh, that warms my heart.
Oh, neat. All right. Let's see. So Zia, anything for Zia in the last 3 weeks?
Probably just still talking a lot and bonding with Vic.
Okay.
And
Oh.
definitely having a discussion with Bo at some point and being like, do you have any idea what happened with that? You know, now that we're finally like alone,
Mm.
or probably in Zia's room.
Mm-hmm. Any idea what happened with which thing?
With Carmine turning into Bo.
Oh, that was strange. I can't say that I've seen that person or creature before, but I mean, it's a celestial dragon that shapes different forms. I mean, what's real anymore, right?
Wait, are you playing Vic right now? Or
I'm sorry, who are you talking to? Bo!
oh, Bo.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Okay.
'Cause I
I'm
don't think
clearly
Vic
off my
doesn't-
game. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was confusing. I said two things.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Bo, then. Let's see. Woo! Where's his hat? Woo! Well, I'll tell you what. That I mean, clearly they can see me.
You think?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it's a celestial dragon, right? So, well, who knows, right? Maybe it just can see celestials like myself.
Well, maybe we should, because maybe it could be that the dragon can see my thoughts, and since I can see you, I don't know. We should test whether or not Carmine can actually see you.
Well, is he ever out of? I mean, I know Carmine makes their way around the ship, maybe just when they're sort of off on their lonesome. we can go over and just have a quick chat.
I'm wondering if you can potentially communicate with Carmine too,
That'd be
more
interesting.
directly than a lot of us have been able to.
Right? Well, we should test it.
Yeah. Right, so we probably try to head wherever the dragon's at.
Oh, okay. You
Probably
bide your
with
time.
Freelith.
Yeah, nice.
Or in the vicinity of Freelith.
Probably. there will be.
So,
Oh, good. Please.
I'd probably try to have a distracting conversation with Freelith and then have Bo kind of
Okay.
talking to Carmine kind of separately.
Ooh, all right. I'll let you strike up a conversation with Breelith, and I'll intersperse it with what's going on with Bo and Carmine.
Sia,
Hey, Freelith, what's up? How are
just
you?
taking a walk with Carmine as we
Oh my
usually do.
God, that's great.
Nice.
So you
Uh-huh.
know, you and yeah, how are things going with you and people?
And people, well, I guess, okay. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I've kind of been hanging out with Carmine, so not really, doing much. Everyone's busy with their own stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Breelith, you look
Yeah.
over, you see Carmine sort of, just sniffing about, some area. I mean, Carmine does that frequently.
Yeah.
Zia, you turn and you see Carmine sniffing around Bo. Standing, you can be in proximity of you. So they're down, Bo's down there, like on the ground, like, all right, now, can you see me there, Carmine? I mean, clearly you can see me. Can you hear me? Can you understand me? And Carmine's sort of sniffing about. You see Bo kind of taken aback for a minute at something. Of course, you can't. I'll leave it, Bo's experience that he can tell you about. All right. So if you could do me a solid, and I think that Zia here would like to let everyone know about me at a time that best works for her. I don't reckon you could just maybe keep me out of your repertoire there until she's ready for. Right. Oh, no, really? Then I'll let you two go back to your conversation, and I'll jump back to him in a bit.
Yeah. What have you been up to? I haven't
Well-
seen you around too much.
Well, I mean, thanks so much to you for helping Vic and I get to know each other a little bit
How's it
better.
going? Everything good?
It's going very well. We've had some very mystic rituals together.
That's great to hear.
There was a lot of fog in one of them, and
Okay.
I experienced my entire childhood flash before my eyes. It was
Experiencing your childhood? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that
Vic had
happened.
his hands on my head, and that kind of stabilized things a little bit. So
Oh.
it was good. It was good.
Is that normal? Putting your hands
I
in
think so.
their
I
head?
mean, he said that's how his family used to do it to him. So yeah.
His family.
Yeah, he said it was like a clan thing, So, yeah, I guess they're all doing it to each other.
Wait.
Anyway, so like I remember with the thunderstorm a couple days back, that seemed really good for you, and you had a conversation with Liazana, right? Like, is that,
What do you mean? Well, yeah, I mean, she came out on the deck, and I mean, I hadn't seen her in a while. She's been hanging out with, Kip and the rest of the crew, which is great. I'm really happy for her. But yeah, no, I mean, she stopped in and we chatted, and then she went off on her way.
Wait, she kind of what?
She went off. Like she had other stuff to do. So she's busy. She's very busy.
Honestly, I think you, Liazana, and Guardian should hang out sometime and maybe do some like training or something. I mean, it's been really great for Vic and me.
Guardian is very intimidating.
Well, maybe Guardian could be like the kind of like ref between you and Liazana or something,
Me and Liazana need a ref?
I don't know, kind of just have somebody there. If you're both like kind of like trying to stab each other, I think it's always kind of nice to have
Why
somebody
are
kind of
we
watch.
fighting? Are you saying that Liazana wants to fight me?
I mean, I think when a person wants to fight you, that's a wonderful thing. Like, is that a bad thing to you?
I don't wanna fight Liazana.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's been working really great with me and Vic. So I mean,
I wouldn't want to hurt her, you know.
don't knock until you try it.
Okay.
Well, as long as it's consensual, of course, of course.
The fighting?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would hope that you would have consent from someone if you're fighting them. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't attack someone without them,
Of course,
without
of course
it
not.
being
Of course.
necessary.
Well, you got to be, kind of like in training mode, because like we're gonna have a lot more of these sort of things coming up in the future, like fighting, and so it's good to be on your toes, And I feel like Liazana's always want to be prepared,
So you think I should ask Liazana to fight?
Yeah, I think that could go well.
Okay. Okay, maybe that's what. Okay. All right.
I don't know. I think y'all have a special bond, and I think it's been working really well for Vic and I to kind of spar every so
A
often.
fighting bond? You mean?
Yeah. A warrior spirit. Kind of. You really
Okay.
can understand each other a lot better, I think, through blows than words sometimes.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that'll work.
Yeah. You know that saying, actions speak louder
I
than
can-
words.
I
And a
can
punch
fight.
to the face speaks louder than anything else.
I can fight.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
this,
I can
Zia.
do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Zia's like looking over.
Thanks.
at
And she'll
Bo.
like give like Zia a punch in the shoulder at that moment.
Your
that's
hand
what I'm
hurts so much. Awesome.
Zia thinks about punching back and then is like,
Hey, she's a large creature. She's not a wimp.
kind of gets like 3/4 of the way there, full force, and then is like, yeah, and then kind of holds back to about the same.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Zia.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
good.
You see Bo sort of saying the same. Well, all right. Well, thank you. All right. Well, I guess, well, all right. Tips the old hat again. And bamps back up to your shoulder. All right. Well, Zia, got some information. Whenever you're ready, we can head on out.
I'm just kind of, gonna go take a nap, getting real tired.
If
It's
you
been
ever
a
want to
long
fight,
day.
Zia, we can fight. If that's
Yeah. Tomorrow.
all right.
Time for little dude's music lesson.
And as you're walking, away, it can breathe this like, throwing punches.
All right, remember, little dude, the song. A is for tack and B is for bash. C is for cut and D is for dash. E is for evade and F is for fight. G is for get out of sight.
That's
Yay.
amazing. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Awesome.
I really hope this doesn't end as badly as I think it's going to.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so Zia, you're able to, to trail off. Bo's gonna inform you that right. We'll tell you. All right, well, so right, obviously, they can see me, and they can speak to me in a manner telepathically, sort of. It seems to still be young enough where doesn't have a lot of context, seems to have really deep knowledge. I think that happens with dragons sometimes. They're born with all the knowledge of their ancestors and such, but can't quite make heads or tails of it, but understands basic relationships and such. I asked them if they wouldn't mind just keeping me on the low till you feel comfortable, should you ever. I think we're fine with that. Right. So they mentioned now. They also seem to be aware of they apparently should have been hatched, born, or whatever some time ago. I have some understanding or knowledge of the previous one. Um, Not serving, but sort of protecting and guiding and a little bit of serving, I suppose. Your parentage, your one of your father.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
right, and so they were supposed to be ready for his offspring. Um, and you're the one that's here, so they seem to kind of you know.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Right. Now, mind you, they seem to have that bit of information in their heads, but they're not. I think that's that window of opportunity to kind of set that to ingrain that as their duty has passed. They just seem to be happy to be with Brelith and be with a lot of everyone here. And it seems like they've just sort of imprinted, on Brelith as a parental
Yeah.
figure, and as everyone is just, friends and kin.
Okay. Okay.
But I guess that was their original or intended purpose, as they understand it. Now, it seems to be getting smarter, though. They feel like they're growing. I think they'll come into their knowledge in time. We can maybe pick their brain a bit more, but yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting, Bo. I remember our whole confrontation over that item that allowed you to read minds, and knowledge will come when knowledge will come.
Right.
We should hold out on that.
Right.
And I think Carmine will tell us in due time if anything comes up. But it's interesting to think that Carmine could have ended up with Jolene instead.
I feel like that creature there, Carmine, definitely going to be a powerful creature. So I'm mighty thankful that it did not end up with your sister.
Me too. Of all the things in the universe to go horribly wrong, at least this one didn't.
Right? Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye. Brelith's a good mom, so
indeed,
she'll keep doing probably better than I ever would.
You keep
thanks
doing. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's just cheering you on, like
I thought just thanks for taking care of all that, and I think being on the down low for a little bit is probably for the best.
Agree. Oh, I'll just be a lookout up here, keeping an eye out on everyone.
Sounds great. All right, and then at that point, I think Z is probably pretty tired from a lot of training and was probably gonna just head to bed, or at least a nap.
Nice. Okay. I'll jump over to Liazana next. Anything over the next 3 weeks, Liazana?
Not really anything in particular. Same stuff she was doing before the storm.
Okay. All right. So you have some more, again, you're building on your relationship with the different crew members, crewmates and such. And of course, in particular, Kip and Ash. And all right, and you do your training and other things as well over the next 3 weeks. I guess that brings us to Brelith.
Brelith would whenever Zia's conversation happened, probably after that would probably keep an eye out. Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, she wouldn't really go, I think, like seeking Liazana out, but would probably just kind of keep an eye out for her and probably like linger around in places that she would think, well, maybe Liazana would pass through here.
Nice. I mean, it's a moderately big ship, all things considered, but it's still a ship. You know, the type of ship it is. You're going to run into each other several times in a day for sure, without
Sure.
trying.
Okay.
So you can
So
pick
one
a
of the
place.
times that
Yeah.
she runs into Liazana, that Liazana doesn't look too preoccupied, or probably maybe isn't with Kip and the others that
Okay.
she's been hanging out with,
yeah.
that I'm sure Brelith has noticed. She would, you know, kind of like, hey, Liazana.
Oh, hey.
Hi. You know, I was thinking the other day, you know, you like to fight, right? Have you ever like sparred with someone? You know, like
yeah.
I was talking to Zia and she was like, oh, like maybe like, you know, you should spar with some people like, you know, and I thought, oh, maybe have you ever thought about sparring with me? Like maybe it'd be fun some evening, like, you know, we could like exchange, how does it go? Exchange blows, you know? You know?
Sure. I mean, I guess we could.
Yeah. You know, little 1-2, you know? And she's like
sure.
jumping around, like kind of like jumping around you, like kind of like, you know.
She's like kind of confused, but also just ever so slightly amused.
You know, like, you know, and she'll just kind of like ever so just gently, like just like touch, like kind of like hit your shoulder, like, you know. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can spar sometime.
I've never sparred with anyone, so this will be a first time.
Oh, okay. Well,
cool.
it's not
Give me-
anything too big.
Give me pointers.
Be sure to protect your face.
Okay.
That's-
Protect my
that's-
face. Got it. So go like this, right?
Yes, I guess.
all right.
And never assume that your first punch is gonna hit. Always be ready for a follow-up.
Always be ready for, so like 1-2, like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Good.
Yeah. I think I got this.
Cool.
Uh,
Awesome. You'll get this.
So when should we spar?
Well, whenever I guess we're both free. I don't know, some evening sometime.
Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. Just whenever, you know, whenever you're ready to spar, because I think you're busier than I am, just let me know and we can spar and I'll practice in the meantime.
Cool. Yeah, just let me know. And we can definitely have our
Oh,
sparring
wait a minute.
match.
Wait. I think that you're busier than I am, so I think that like whenever you're free, you should be like, hey, Brelith, let's spar. Should we just make a date now, like tomorrow evening? We could
Sure,
spar?
let's do that.
All right.
Tomorrow evening.
Right. Then she'll give you like another little like very, very again light punch in the shoulder. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go and you know, anyways, have a good rest of your day.
Okay, thanks. You too.
See you dinner.
Bye.
Nice. Oh my gosh, but we'll just fast forward.
Am I still babysitting the dinosaur like Rafi
Yeah.
and friends?
Nice. Awesome. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the dragon.
Right? Yeah. Awesome. You're safe here.
Banana phone. Let's see. Banana phone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll fast forward to tomorrow night. it's after dinner by a couple of hours. Everyone's had time to digest their meal. The sky above is clear. The twin moons shine bright, both almost full. The large blue moon
course they
and
are,
the smaller
Dan.
white moon.
Mhm,
The
yeah.
whole, upper deck is illuminated by this, and the galaxy sprawling out before you
God
above.
damn.
The two
Yeah.
of you step out. The the upper deck is yours.
Liazana, are you ready?
Sure, let's
Okay.
do this.
I've been practicing.
Good.
Okay. All right. I think I kind of figured out like maybe like not do like this, but go like this. And yeah, and we'll go that way. Okay? All right, you ready? You ready to go?
The dab block. That's terrible. No. Oh,
Yep,
gosh.
let's do this.
Okay. All right. It's going to just bounce around
Oh,
and like kind of like back and forth. I've seen people do this, and I think it helps. Okay, well, just and she will stop and be like, "Now, I'm sorry if I hurt you." And then she's going to give her like a punch in the arm, but just like not very hard, like medium.
She's like, I don't think you'll hurt me, but thanks for the warning.
I'm going to add an element to this in with the
Sure.
role play if you don't mind.
Sure. Nope, that's
because
fine.
it's
Go ahead.
about, we'll just add a little just to
Go
see
ahead.
who kind of goes first as you square off. If you both
Okay.
don't mind rolling initiative.
That was a natural one.
Oh.
I'm not even going to add anything to it.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
I
that
should
would
inspire
be
Breelith.
17, so yes.
Okay. Your bouncing Breelith has caught you, a bit flat-footed between it. You're like bounce, and as you do, Liazana leaps forward with a quick front step. Boof.
Oh.
Liazana, go ahead and just, make an attack roll with your strength modifier. So just the D20 plus your strength modifier. That's it. No proficiency.
So it'll be just a straight D20.
Yeah, well, you're a fighter. Do you have anything that lets you use your fists with your proficiency?
Yeah, I'm unarmed. Attack.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, I have athletics and acrobatics.
Oops.
Athletics. Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics is strength.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's a little
proficient.
different. It's fine. We'll go without it for now, figuring that it's you throw the first fist, and yep, D20 plus your strength modifier.
So 10.
Okay. Does that hit your AC, Breelith? A 10?
I'm going to guess not. No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
So while Breelith was a little flat-footed, she had a really good guard up, and you just kind of strike, glance off her arms.
It worked. Okay.
Breelith, go ahead and make let's see, Cleric A wouldn't have that. So a D20 and add your strength modifier, please.
That's a 4, Dan.
Liazana, it's like, the first Spider-Man movie. Like, you see this punch in slow motion, and just kind of step out of the way and then like duck underneath and bob back up.
Oh, you're so good at this, Liazana. You're so
I've
good.
had quite a bit of practice.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Nice.
Round 2.
All right, Liazana, go ahead and make another quick, D20 plus your strength.
Oh my gosh, that's a 2.
Oh my gosh. Definitely gonna miss, but I'll let you tell me how you want to strike, and Breelith, you can tell me in what manner you defend against it.
All
Just
right,
this will let you have some role play too, in case
Sure.
you want anything,
It's fine.
romantic. No, I'm just kidding. Anything to happen,
Uh-huh.
anything at all.
Yeah.
So she's just she's I guess amused by Breelith doing all this movement, so she's distracted. So she's trying to kind of just throw a punch like right at her, but not really putting anything behind it. And of course, I'm sure Breelith just blocks it like
I think Breelith wants to try to like catch the arm.
Okay. We'll say you do with a roll in particular.
Okay, she'll just catch
so-
the arm, just let it go, and be like, ha, "I caught it." I don't think I'm supposed to. I'm sorry, but just that. Yeah.
All right, Bree, let's go ahead and make another roll if you would.
It's a 20. Total.
Natural 20?
Oh,
Oh, okay,
no.
dirty
No,
20.
20 total. 19 plus
Okay,
1.
so you're going to get, whether intentional or accidental here, you're going to get a very square hit. How do you want that to
Okay.
land? And then Liazana, consider like how you want to handle being struck by that.
I don't think that she would go for the face, but I
Mhm.
think maybe like square in the chest.
Okay. Boom! Right in the diaphragm.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
she's gonna stagger quite a bit back.
Oh no, Breelith will step forward and like grab your arm to steady you.
Gosh, that was a good punch. I'll
See,
give you
I've
that
been-
one.
I've been practicing. I told you.
Man, that was really good. Good job.
Did I hurt you? Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Can you be-
I'll be
okay.
fine.
Okay.
Thank
all right.
you.
All right. One more round. One more round.
Okay. Liazana, go ahead and make your roll.
Natural 1.
Oh no. You go to make a
goodness,
strike and
baby.
you're like, oh, like the wind, the breath just isn't there. You feel that
Mhm.
pain there from the breathless sized fist, a wound in your diaphragm.
Yep, she's definitely feeling it. She's gonna like try to make a swing, and she's gonna like completely miss whatever she was aiming for.
oh,
She's gonna completely miss.
It's a natural one. Okay, Breelith. So she goes
Huh.
to punch, completely misses, and stumbles into you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Breelith would catch her. Like, oh, Liazana, are you okay? And I find like
Oh
have
my
both hands
gosh.
on her shoulders. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, sorry. You definitely win this one.
Okay. We'll
I'll-
we'll just call
I'll-
it there. It's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Are you sure? Are you sure that you're okay? I mean, I can heal you. Do you need healed? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
All right.
Yep,
Was it fun?
I'm
Did you have a good time?
Yeah. I definitely need to practice as well.
Okay. All right. It was fun hanging out for a bit. And she'll give her like another like just like very, very light punch in the shoulder.
Thanks. This was fun.
All right. Well, I'll let you go and rest up. Do you need anything? Like I can get you some hot cocoa. I can make you some ice cream.
You know what? Sure, I would love that.
Okay, let's go. Let's here. Do you need any help walking? Are you okay? I know that my punch is a little hard. It's-
I've got it, but I'll stick close to you in case I need your help.
okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah, she would walk right beside of her. Maybe even like, yeah. Breelith would like loop an arm to kind of help support her.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. All right.
And then as they're walking, like she'll like just like ask about her week.
Mm.
How was her day at work?
Mhm.
Oh, it's been, just hanging around and hanging out with Skip and Ash.
They seem really nice.
Yeah, we've actually come pretty close.
Good.
I have a lot of fun hanging out with them.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Are you I mean, I'm really glad that you found some new friends. I mean, I'm not talking about with the hit, but I mean before, did I make you upset about anything, or did I make you mad?
No. It absolutely was not. No.
You've
it
just been
wasn't
busy.
you. Yeah. I've just been really busy.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because I mean, again, I know you've been busy, and I just had noticed that I didn't quite see you around as much, and just want to make sure it wasn't me. Is it someone else? Is someone else making you upset?
No. I'm
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay. All right. Hey, we'll be in Staffney Island soon. And she'll just kind of like continue like kind of
Okay.
talking as they're walking.
All right. You head back to the galley. You're able to get some of that tasty ice cream. It's since you taught Vic how to make it, Breelith, Vic probably also would have, tried to work with Zia on that, making some flavors that that you like, Zia. But he's made so much of it because it's like he just loves it now. It's like a boatload of ice cream stashed in the freezer. So the two of you are able to have a nice evening, kind of catching up and enjoying that time together. Excellent. Gosh, it's not too long after that, only a handful more days before you arrive at Staffney Island. And you can see, as begins, of course, as just a dot on the horizon. Cassius, you're keeping an eye on the navigational map. It begins blipping as you approach. You're close enough for it to be identified as one of those larger dots and is now on your map. As it comes into sight, it looks like, whereas a number of the islands you've been to so far, the city takes up the entirety of the floating island, or the sections of islands. This one seems to have a fair bit of nature to it before the city, sort of in the center. There's some forest around the outer edges, but there's actually, it's almost like someone unearthed part of a mountain range. And there's a number of mountains that kind of spread out, and as you begin approaching, you have to fly over, one of the mountains and navigate around where the mountain range opens up. And beneath this huge rocky outcropping of the top of a mountain that's sort of sloped off to the side, underneath that, or halfway underneath it, is this really big, almost circular city. Some 1,500 feet below this rocky outcropping that seems to shade part of the city, looming above it dangerously. Gives me some panic inside thinking about it. But and you begin your descent into, they have these large raised platforms where airships dock, and it looks to Liazana for the word. Right, Captain, we're here. Should I bring the ship into dock?
Yep. Let's go ahead and bring her in.
I've never been here, Captain, and I can't say what's going to happen below, but I'll follow standard protocol and let you know if they send us anything else. I'm sure they'll let us know whether we're doing it right or not.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, the ship, begins to slow down and come around the dock, and it is here that we'll end tonight's session. We've arrived in Staffney Island.
Nice.
Ooh, exciting.
Very nice.
Oh my
you're
gosh.
so cute.
Yes.
You're sitting here like,
Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to push. Clearly, I have my own set of issues, like romance everywhere. But I'm trying my best not to push that. So I was trying to behave, but I was so excited. Like, how's it gonna go? Neat. Well, what an amazing session. Thank you, players. You're so phenomenal.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
My pleasure. I love this so much. So much fun. You all are amazing. Let's see. So thank you for everyone that's popped in tonight that's new, and all of our regular viewers, of course. You've been watching Extremis, our Saturday night D&D campaign. I'll pull up our schedule here because, well, as you can see, we have a lot of content on the channel. A ton of D&D, mostly in this 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot, all across the week except Wednesday and Thursday. And on Saturdays, we have a Saturday evening campaign just before ours here, Tower of Dreams, from 6 to 9 Eastern. Every Tuesday, you can catch Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic. Steph here, and Vic, who DMs Sunday night's campaign, Obsidian Scar. So they paint minis and do tile work, but it's just an experience. It's hardly about that at all now. It's just this experience of watching they have this amazing couple energy, and it's so hilarious and so fantastic. So check it out. It's a blast to be there. Every Friday, you can catch Steph here. Runs Mad Art with Steph, noon to 3 p.m. on Fridays, where she does fan art from across different campaigns. And if you're not already a member of our Discord, I highly recommend joining. It's very supportive and fun and inclusive and all these wonderful things. I love our community. But also, you can put in requests for fan art, and Steph will put it up for a vote and then draw it in that show. And lastly, currently, we have more stuff coming down the pipeline here. Very exciting. But every Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern, there's Madbird Plays Board Games, run by Vic. And she hosts, different people each week, different tabletop games each week, often in Tabletop Simulator. And it's a beautiful, perfect Sunday afternoon chill stream. Now it's actually still on hiatus. Hopefully, I don't know, fingers crossed. Hardware issues persist, but we're trying to work around it. Let's see. We recently started a Patreon, in case you're looking to support us in a monetary way, though we just love having you here. And for everyone that tweets and retweets and is just here being amazing, we love your support. If you happen to be looking to support us in a monetary way, we like to guide you over to Patreon, because while Twitch is amazing, an amazing place to support us, Patreon, even at the $5 tier, the same as Twitch, we can give a little more back to you and a little more goes to us. So it's sort of a win-win. And there's a bunch of fun tiers here. My favorite still being Drama Club, because there's movie night. We're watching Mortal Kombat this month. We picked ones that we can sort of like Mystery Science Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, it's been such a phenomenal night. I've had so much fun. We're gonna go raid our friends at TPK Roleplay. Please consider in the chat giving a Caw Madbird raid for hype and support and branding. Have a wonderful night, everyone. We'll catch you all. What's next? What are we on Saturday? Oh my gosh. All right, tomorrow night's stream is the Obsidian Scar, which is our proper naughty campaign. So watch out. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.